Game over.
What the fuck? Fuck! Who the fuck? Fuck this fucking! How did you do fucking fuck? Fuck! Game over, man. Game over.
Wait a minute. SBT, there's dreams, there's rocks, there's bud, there's fun. Come on, we'll bless them all until we get fresh thinking. Join me.
You want to see me, Parker?
Well, Sparkle Farts, all things being equal, you are technically correct.
Why didn't somebody tell me my ass was so big?
What about you guys? We ain't found shit.
I want these people segregated. I have a micro penis. This is how I break the news.
Welcome to the show, everybody. We're going to get kicking off for you right here. I can see we got a couple people in the chat. Tim Brouillard already saying, we're doing it! That's right. We are. I really should get those. I don't like stealing too many sound drops from Imholt. But I definitely should get those Chad ones. Those Chad ones are quite nice. I really like the enthusiasm he puts in there. I feel like he doesn't realize the voice acting career he could have. He just has to get, tie a few on, and you really put it in there, emotionally. We can feel you through it. We're feeling good. All right. Anyways, we are feeling good for the most part. Few little hiccups in life. That's the way it is. That's the way it goes. That's just the way it is. And so, that's the way it goes. We're launching this show here today. We've got everything loaded up. We took a little bit of a late start, unfortunately, because I don't walk very fast. Oh, no. My viewers went up and then immediately down. Oh, no. That's bad. The singing scared people. Anyways, so we have... like I said, we have the show fully loaded for you today. A couple of different things that we're going to be talking about. Hockey fans acting like dicks, which if you're me, you're like, well, that's on par. But this is kind of a new low. I mean, really, as a hockey fan, I got to be like, come on, guys. Come on. Although, I will say, I don't know that the people that are behaving really badly are actual hockey fans. They're internet people. That could be anything. But, the events started in the realm of hockey, so it's kind of hockey adjacent, and I worry that the people involved are actual fans of the sport, which doesn't help because we're already, as a hockey fan, and just hockey in general is already seen as kind of a Neanderthal sport, and people aren't really down to And so it doesn't look good for this. And so we'll get into that. That's in the first hour. We've got all this shit loaded. And we've got a couple of other things to get into in our first hour, including a group of orcas have attacked another boat. The waters are getting a bit fierce, matey. Like, I think we have to start bringing back whaling, just to keep... Thank you, Wilmer. Wilmer Autotech returning to his original bit with the 50 bits air horn. Thank you very much. We appreciate the support no matter how intrusive or annoying, solely because it's what keeps this show afloat. I'm kidding. I love the bit. But thank you very much for the bits. We do appreciate the support. It's how we keep this little program afloat. Automatic overtime for the rest of this week. And, we're halfway through Monday, so we'll see how we do on the rest of this week. If we have a couple days maybe next week that we don't have to strum the old please, can I make a few pence? It's really sad because, this time last summer, I had 3 other gigs that were supplying me with income. So the income I took from here, I was like, well, we do what we can, but And now all 3 of those gigs, I'm only doing one of them anymore, and that one doesn't pay shit. So it's not looking good. The old finances are a wee bit tight. Although, I think we're going to be fine until August. August is where we got to start worrying, hey, I got to figure something out. But hopefully, I'm sorry, I didn't feel that one coming. Thank you, Wilmer, for the 10 bits. Hopefully by August we have our legs back, though, and then that opens a few avenues. It'll be a good time. As I was saying, all of our stories are loaded. We've got a Minnesota story. We've got a man from Kansas who reeled something in big in Nevada, and then Johns Hopkins. They've given us their new definition of woman. Any of the ladies in our audience, I'll ask that you brace yourselves. You're not going to like it. I'm just going to say you are not going to like. I will admit they did correct it very, very quickly when this got out, that this was a thing. Yeah. It's just, it doesn't look good for the ladies anymore. It's like, ladies, the only thing you're contributing to society is producing men, I guess, is literally it. Because if it's another woman, then it's just another man maker, is really what we have. Because what we've learned from sports and the whole trans movement and everything else is apparently, from the perspective of women, men are now saying, anything you can do, I can do better. Cut off my cock and I'll be better than you. No, you can't. Yes, I can. Jesus. All right.
Hello, motherfucker.
Hey, Sandy, how you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for the 100 bits. Good to see Sandy Squatch jumping into the show. Like I said, we've got it all loaded. We are going to... Hey, Johnny, off subject, but I was thinking, did you hear about the new monetization rules for YouTube? I heard a little bit about them, and I think I'm getting close. It might... I'm going to have to look after the show and see how close I am to actually being able to monetize on YouTube. Definitely want to be able to do that because Twitch is giving us a little bit of tightness in the gut on the Twitch end. And if we have the YouTube, shall we say, avenue open to us, I will definitely F with Twitch. And by F with Twitch, I mean make fake ads, the things that they don't want you to run. They don't want you to run your own ads. Well, I'm going to make my own ads for products that don't really exist. So it's technically just sketch comedy. We'll see how it goes. It's a gray area. Hoping to have fun. Anyways, we'll see how that goes. I do need to look into it. I think because what is it now? So many watch hours and videos uploaded a month. I might be close to fake ads. You don't say, LOL. Jack and Cough fake ads. Absolutely. I'm going to sell amazing things. What was the fish one? I had that one written down somewhere, and I don't even remember it. The fish one. Well, we won't worry about this now. The point is, Let us know how we can help. Well, I appreciate that. This show running on its minimum monetization is going to keep things afloat for now. We lost all of our principal funding to launch the new endeavor with the taxes and the car repair stuff. So we're going to get that back. But got to get the legs fixed first, which is what we're working on at the moment. Balls crossed. Middle of July. I mean, it's looking like it'll be a terrible procedure to go through, but if it works, we're in there. But thank you very much for the support, and if we get that going, I want to produce something before I ask anyone to support it. Is the where I'm at now. It's fallen through 2 times now. I'm gonna have something to show before I say, hey, maybe cough up some dough. You know what I mean? But that means putting together a little bit of a startups thing. And that's going to take a minute, and that's life. And the summer is what it is. Thank you very much for the 250 channel points. I'm going to quit bitching about life and get into some fun stuff. Namely, firstly, Florida... Who, why, and fuck you. I don't like the inability to pause ads. Fox has gone one step further now, where before they'd let you pause the ads, right? Now they don't even let you pause the ads. Now they insist that you play the ads. You can mute them, but you cannot pause them. And then when you pause it because you don't want to do any of this and they already got their ad play, then the timer starts for them to push you on to another story so you can go back to finish reading what you were at. And they can give you another ad. It's really kind of ingenious for a soulless corporation. Anyways, here we go. So like I said, our first story is out of Florida. Now, I don't know how many of our Florida fans are here right now, but I will say this. I have always been weirded out by the Florida hockey scene. Like, on one end, I understand. If there's a sport for Floridians, it's hockey for a certain extent. I mean, it openly embraces violence. It's a little unorthodox. There's a lot of strategy to it, but there's also a very honest, shoulders and midsection throwing your weight around bit to the game. So I can understand the appeal to Florida. But it always did weird me out. I mean, well, I suppose it is hot in Florida, so I suppose it'd be fun to gather around a giant piece of ice and everybody just kind of cool off a little bit. I guess. It's weird that there's a hockey team named the San Jose Sharks. Just because... Wait, is it San Jose Sharks? That's not the Florida team, right? The Vegas Golden Knights over the Florida Panthers. Florida Panthers, yeah. San Jose Sharks is California. Another one where I'm like, I get it. You guys want to play hockey, but still. One question before you get in too far in the show. What's in the glass? What, this glass? Just a little of my medicinal sativa, friend. I had a bit of shopping to do. And I decided to pack up a little bit of this. Normally it's like a hype train thing. I don't know if we'll get a hype train today, and who knows? We're automatically on overtime, so it doesn't matter. And I'm just gonna have me a little to kind of grease the wheels of calming the fuck down, because it's been a day. It's been a day. But they usually are. So as I was saying, the Miami reporter Samantha Riviera went viral when she was infected with Ebola. No. She went, that's one I want to do. Somebody went viral when they were infected with a deadly pathogen. I mean, finally, really going actually viral. Like, literally viral. Everyone's catching it. Nobody wants it. Going viral. Anyways, so... see what I mean? I hadn't even read the story. I was talking and bullshit, and you guys fucking cocked me over onto another thing so you can force me to watch another goddamn ad to get another ad play out of me because you're a cunt.
From company events
Fox
to parties
News,
with
see?
friends.
Yep, but at least I can pause that one. Not bad. Now maybe you'll let me do my damn job. So CSI. No. CBS Miami reporter Samantha Riviera went viral for the Stanley Cup playoffs last week when she stiff-armed an overzealous fan who was trying to get into her shot while she was live. Riviera at the time was discussing the Vegas Golden Knights Game 2 win over the Florida Panthers. No, I'm in the middle of a story, goddammit. And thank you very much, Timmy Penguin, for the 750 channel points. The Vegas would eventually go on to win the Stanley Cup in 5 games. She was lauded for her ability to keep the fan out of the way of the camera while she continued to do her report. But Riviera revealed the dark side to the viral moment, the hate messages. I've been getting an influx of hate messages / comments these past couple of days, and to those people, I'd like to ask if maybe now is a good time for you to move out of your mom's basement. Stay blessed, she wrote. Oh, Lordy. That one's got to be rough. Later, ESPN Las Vegas' Willie Ramirez tweeted his support for Riviera. Just spent 15 minutes catching up with @J Samantha Riviera, and to hear that she has been receiving death threats is straight criminal, he wrote. Take what you want out of context, but threaten someone's life over a tweet that came immediately after an emotional situation is ridiculous. And then he linked the tweet. Can we get all right, yeah, we've got, oh, wait, no, that's her talking about the viral moment. I want the viral moment. Where is the viral moment? Samantha Riviera went viral. Yeah, I want the stiff arm moment because I know she's talking about it. Stiff arms fan. All right, this is the same thing. Okay. There we go. We got it right there. So let's pull this up on Twitter and show you exactly, because I'm guessing most of you didn't catch the game, or specifically that television station's wrap-up coverage of the broadcast that they were doing. So I'm guessing, what's your thought on Whoa, holy Jesus, why did we switch that shit around? Oh, damn it. One of my computers must have... Oh, I did reboot, so I guess you might have changed. All right, where is my video screen? And what is your thought on the decommissioning of all nuclear fission power plants before the end of civilization globally in a few years because of non-optimal ambient temperatures? And the 2026, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. I think you obviously don't watch this show if you thought that was a good question for us. Thank you, Sandy Squatch, for the sticker. Center monitor? No. I want... Where's my left monitor source? There we go. Properties. Windows 10. Yep. All right. Where is... You're on display 4. That's primary. Display 2. We got it in 1. Chevy JB saying, what did I miss? I'm late. Well, here, let me give you the cliff notes to catch you up. I explained how I'm hopeful that the new rules of YouTube will lead us to being able to monetize that channel. I'm hopeful my medical procedure will allow me to do more work to put more content on that channel. We're talking about hockey fans being hockey fans and apparently getting way out of line. And just a moment ago, somebody asked me my thoughts on the decommissioning of nuclear power plants before the end of civilization globally, which I don't believe civilization has agreed that it will ever end. So you can't really put something as a plan for an end date when nobody believes there'll be an end date. So also just not really a question good for me. That's everything. I think, are we good? We good? Or did we catch up? All right. Watch my video and that dude. You watch my video and that dude is cray cray. Okay. I'm gonna guess no. All right. So back to this whole thing with Samantha Riviera. Again, she's getting backlash over doing her job. And this is the video that incited the initial backlash. This clip is not terribly long. It's only 17 seconds. So here she is wrapping up the game. Take it away. Quite a cutie. You know, if I was in better shape, I'd be like, hey, if you're a puck bunny, what's up?
Yeah, it's still a very loud crowd here at T-Mobile Arena. Obviously, Vegas fans enjoying the less than ideal night for the Panthers after falling to the Knights. No, oh my God, the kind of game you don't want to be. All right, let's get into the highlights here.
So that's the backlash. Inducing incident. Go right back to it. So, I approve those actions of what? Is her nose fucked up? I don't think her nose is fucked up. She just got a very, she got like a long point. She got a beak, all right? Look, Birdie got a beak. Don't mean she can't eat, you know what I mean? Ba-dum-bum. Yeah, I think that was fate. That one was fate. I didn't mean to hit that button, but I'll give you that. Pushing the drunk out of the way is okay with me. Yeah, dude, it looks like she wanted B-slap that dude. Oh, I bet you she wanted to beat the fuck out of that guy. In a little inside information, as someone who's actually worked the television end of hockey games and things like that before, there's maybe 2 people with her. Probably only one. The one being the cameraman. Now, more than likely, the cameraman is doing a shoulder shot, which means he does not have a tripod. He does not have anything to leave the camera on. His whole job is just to hold it on her, keep her steady. And if they're lucky, there's like a sound guy or a security person nearby that can help kind of wrangle this dude. But this dude coming in was all on her, and I guarantee you he wanted to be viral. I want to go in and be like, hey, I'm interrupting the news. I'm going to be on the internet. Whirr. And she's like, nope, I ain't fucking having it, and fucking pushed him off. And I am in favor of all of it. Unfortunately, though, because of that moment, like I said, she got some hate mail, some messages on the internet, and she literally told people that did that, hey, feel free to move out of your mom's basement. So then she got death threats, Dude wanted to go viral. Yeah, someone get him some Ebola. That's what I want to do now. Everyone's like, I'm hoping to go viral. Hey, we can give you Ebola. You can go viral. Anyways, so she, like I said, got death threats for doing that. Actually for standing up to the people who complained about her doing it. So the last thing we're going to catch up on it is, again, her, she went on an audio show to talk about the backlash and everything from the event. On whose show is this? Sunday Brunch with Dave A. McCarthy. It's a Sirius XM NHL network. That's why I don't go to Sirius XM for my NHL stuff. All right, so go ahead and take it away, Toots, on the show.
What's the last week been like for you since that clip blew up? I mean, 13 million views, approaching that on the clip that you put out on your Twitter alone. What's the last week been like for you?
It's honestly been overwhelming. I truly did not think that it would receive this kind of response. And it's interesting, too, because I was kind of nervous to post it because I didn't know, how the world was going to react to it. Again, I didn't expect this many people to even see it. But I think it was just one of those moments where I was like, I think I need to remind people to kind of let us do our job and, let us do what we need to do. But, yeah, it's definitely been quite an interesting time. You get your texts and your calls from family and friends, people that you haven't heard from in years, exes, like, why are you doing that now? It's been crazy, but yeah, it's been a fun time.
Wilbur, you're a dick.
Look, for those of you who may not have seen the clip, and if you haven't, I just don't know how that's possible. Take us through what happened from your perspective, Samantha, when you were on the air in Game 2 in Vegas, giving your report.
Again, looking fucking fine, by the way. God bless everybody. Hockey fans, man, we're horrible people. Anyways, something hitting the glass, dick. Oh, no, it's not hitting the glass. It was setting it on the glass. It's glass on glass. Glass desk, glass. We have a sound drop for that, I think, actually. Where is it? Right about there. Nailed it.
And some Muppet decided to crash the set. Just take us through what happened from your perspective.
Yeah, so I saw the guy talking to some people behind our photographer, and I noticed that he kept staring at us, and it looked like he was pointing at us at one point too. And I had a bad feeling, and the thing was we were already on camera, and so I was afraid that they were going to take us early. So I wanted to tell my photographer, but obviously, I didn't feel like I could at the time. So all I could do really was keep my eye on him. And then as he was coming around, I don't know if I heard him first or I felt him first, but I sensed something and my arm just came out. I was like, this is not happening. I worked way too hard to be here, So I don't know what exactly happened to him. I guess they threw him out, whatever.
Good. Throw him out. Take him out back and beat him. Fuck that guy. Oh, someone hitting the glass. Someone hitting the glass, Dick. Oh. I don't know.
But yeah, right after, I'm not gonna lie, I was angry. I was annoyed that somebody would do that, and it's interesting too because you get a lot of comments from people who obviously aren't very familiar with the business, and they're like, "Well, you should have known, like being in front of fans," and it's like, no, that's not how it works. We were in a designated away from the fans. Fans were supposed to be leaving, right? So yeah, it was an interesting time trying to, get everything kind of refocused because I had to go live again after that. But yeah, thankfully, everybody back at the station, super supportive, wanted to make sure I was okay. And
wanted to make sure you were okay. Why? What did you hurt your arm? They wanted to make sure I was okay. Heaven forbid. Did you get like a stiff joint or something? Kind of locked it up. Do you need someone to rub them shoulders? Hey, how you doing? Yeah. I just want to make sure you're okay. Can I console you at night in your bed while you're sleeping? That would be great. I would just like to keep you company for your own support. Yeah. Anyways, so. Death threats for doing her job and telling a dude, fuck off, I'm busy. Like, I mean, how many times has he heard that at a bar alone? I got to think of at least a few. Just accept rejection, my friend. Trust me, it's easier that way for everybody. So this next story that we're going to get into here, this one's a little scary for me because on the one end, I love animals and things. I have a very sympathetic nature. I have a natural empathy for animals, so I understand animals fighting back, and I actually root for it. Like good for you guys striking one back. That's why I'm never like, oh, they got to put down the shark or we got to get this lion because it killed a person. It's a man-eater or whatever. I'm like, yeah, but don't we owe them a few? I mean, honestly, as in like, good for you getting one for your team. You know what I mean? Like, so just, At any rate, this one feels weird for me then because on the one hand, I am in favor of these orcas apparently trying to take back the water. On the other hand, I'm like, dude, the whales are starting to attack. It's scary. It's scary. We did a story about it a while ago, and now we have another one. And for that, I take you to this. Boop. Here we go. Whammo.
Orcas bit both rudders off this catamaran in the Strait of Gibraltar.
Both rudders! No boat for you.
We didn't even see them coming. Seems to me like they come like right around.
Daniel Kreese. We didn't even see them coming. They were coming for the boat, and we were like, oh my God, they come for the boat. I don't know. Is that a German name? It seems that way. Thank you, Joe Berger, for the 250 channel points. Remember, everybody on Rumble, we do have the chat up over here, so I'll read it if I see it. But we got you over there. And everybody else, the chat is up on the screen. So, again, back to the catamaran that lost both rudders. Do you climb in the water to fix the boat? Both rudders means you got no ability to steer anymore. That seems also, that's the scary part. They actually went, like, a targeted attack. They didn't just go after the boat. They went after the rudders. A very crucial part of the boat. Also, a fairly decent weakness of the boat.
On the boat from the bottom and start touching just the rudders. The whole thing lasts maybe 10-15 minutes.
And now they're rubbing it in your face. Yeah, I'm going to take your rudder,
The boat's
bitch.
skipper said they were able to return to shore, but that this is the second attack he's experienced since 2020. Orcas sank 3 boats in Europe earlier this year and have attacked dozens of others.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Scientists have theories about the attacks, including that the behaviour started with an orca that was traumatised by a boat collision. Boaters are advised to leave the area if they notice a change in orca behaviour.
It's quite unfortunate, but again, it's a fish, yeah. So what you can do? Bottom line, we are in that territory, and that's what it is, and we need to adjust.
It's a fish. Right, it's a fish. It's a fish that's figured out who the fuck the problem is.
Yeah, and they poop everywhere.
I thought we had that somewhere else. Is that in? Nope, that's not there. So that's another one of our stories for later, I believe. Let's make sure. I am going to have to get that on there we go. Doorbell, Google, elderly. I'm guessing that one wasn't in there. It's supposed to be. All right, we'll look for it in a little while. The orcas are climate change activists? No. I believe wholeheartedly that the orcas have heard from released SeaWorld orcas and again the boat collision thing. Because people forget this, orcas actually have a highly, well, not even just orcas, whales in particular whales and dolphins have a highly articulate and communicative language that we as people don't quite understand. But it seems very possible that they're like, hey guys, boats be the fucking problem. And they know they can't fuck with a tanker or a cruise. You don't see a whales. Let them beach themselves. Is SeaWorld grooming orcas now? SeaWorld is not grooming orcas, but my point is orcas, particularly in places like SeaWorld, live horrible lives. They get depressed, all sorts of things, to an extent where some of them have been released, I think, back into the wild, and the ones released into the wild don't adjust well, and things don't. Again, all it takes is one orca hearing about how bad the other orcas have it or how bad it is in captivity, and we're fucked. Oh, it's just a fish. What are you going to worry about? They keep sinking the boats, man. And here's another thing. You think they might be pissed at all the as it's supposed to? I believe it is. Let's pop on over. I don't normally keep the Twitch one up because we have the chat window there. Everything seems... Oh, it dipped. We lost... It went unstable. It dipped for a minute. We lost our KBS had a little bit of a hiccup, but it seems to be back. Yeah, it seems to be back on track. That's better. Yeah, it glitched for a minute. I apologize. We had a glitch. We had a hiccup, and just reload the apps, and it all goes good. Although I suppose you can't hear me saying reload the app. Yeah. Oh, well. I have to not focus on such things. We have a show to do, goddammit. And we're not further enough through it. Further enough? Wow. More weed is the solution to this. All right, let's get over. For the people that are curious, I am not a Trump fan. But I don't agree with the way we're going after Trump right now. The reason being because I don't view anything that they're calling Trump guilty of as a serious crime. Certainly one that is only been committed by Donald Trump. No. I think as we have seen from Biden alone, it seems fairly common. Trump, his VP, Biden, I'm sure Obama, I'm sure they all have papers and files and documents. Johnny 1.0, sorry I'm late. Well, it's your nature. I have no idea if that's true or not. I don't know. Whatever. Hey, welcome. Sit down. Just don't disturb the rest of the class, and I hope you did your homework. Yeah. So Trump being treated the way he has, it annoys me for the simple fact that more serious crimes seem to be being committed actively in front of us by the current administration. I'm not saying this as a Republican, and they're criminals. No political. I'm saying legit what we're talking about, what has been talked about this administration doing and seems to be doing has for a long time now been significantly more serious than what we're going after Trump for. And the proof of that is that we kind of are shelving and tabling the Biden stuff in the major news organizations, but at the same rate, everybody on the Republican side is standing up for Trump. Everyone's like, no, this isn't right. We're standing up against this, blah, blah, blah. Nobody is going, hey, these accusations against Biden are unjust and this is unfair and I'm not going to stand for this. No, nobody's talking about it. Partially because they don't want anyone to hear about it. May it go away. But also because nobody has the balls to defend Biden on this. And if this does catch fire and they do push this stuff and it does become a big thing, and I hope it does, the Democrats will serve up Biden. I'm guaranteeing you the Democrats will turn on Biden. They'll go, no, this guy's corrupt or whatever. Let's just push him under the fire. And anyway, all of this that the left is doing to Trump right now, whether it's a distraction technique or not, is reminiscent of had same issue, try YouTube. Oh, great. Did it go down again for a minute? Do. No sound, big dog. Video is fine. Oh, shit. Well, no, that says excellent. Let's go with this. Shit. Well, no, that says excellent. Let's go with this. Shit. Well, no, that says see, excellent. It's there. Let's go with this. Shit. Well, no, that says see, excellent. It's there. And the the echo is really cool. Well, no, that says see, excellent. It's there. And the the echo is really cool. Well, no, that says see, it's there. And the the echo is really cool. See, it's there. And the the echo is really cool. See, it's there. And the the echo is really cool. All right, I'm gonna stop. I'm having fun. I apologize. Anyways. Yeah, and then let's check the YouTube quick. The YouTube. Oh, Jesus. The YouTube. It must have gone down for just a second. There we go. It must have gone down for just a second. Yep. There we go. It must have gone down for just a second. Yep. There we go. It must have gone down for just a second. Yep. There we go. Oh, my Lord. Yep. There we go. Oh, my Lord. Yep. There we go. Yep. Nope, I had fun with that. All right, we're done. No sound, big dog videos. Fine. Yeah, we covered that. What's the Rumble channel again, says Boomer Bob. The Rumble channel, and I will link that. And now there's a lot of people over there on Rumble. Thank you very much. Let's, here's the link to the current Rumble video. You can follow the channel there. Boom. And let's catch up this. Go there. There. Boom. And let's catch up. Yep, so we're great on all of them. I don't know. I think there was just a momentary hiccup in the KBS, and that was all it was. That's all it was. So, yeah, let's go flip back to this. And look at that there. Yeah, we've only got the one hiccup. And just check again. The one hiccup. Yep. Audio and everything is great on all of it. I'm going to stop worrying about it and going back to doing a show. I was talking about a thing about Donald Trump. Let's move you over here so my tabs make more sense. All right, so as I was saying, Donald Trump is kind of doing a repeat of the first time that he got elected, and it could go the same way, especially if DeSantis and Trump merge, in my opinion. Trump raised $2 million hours after his arraignment. Boomer Bob Show saying, fuck it, I'm using Rumble now. Well, good for you. Thank you for being on Rumble. I hope it's at least working for you on Rumble. It's working for me on all three platforms. Like I said, we had a momentary hiccup, apparently, with the KBS. But now we're good. So, best of luck to you. Anyways, thank you for being part of the show. And, shit happens. Whatever. Former President Donald Trump raised about $2 million at the first major fundraiser of his campaign, only hours after his arraignment in Miami. The campaign raised $2.4 million during a candlelit dinner with top donors at the campaign, and campaign bundlers, according to the person familiar with the campaign. Trump gave brief remarks to his supporters and was seated at a table with donors and supporters that included Senator Tommy Tuberville, a Republican from Alabama, according to an attendee. While Trump's campaign has mostly relied on small-dollar grassroots donors, the fundraiser, which had a goal of raising around $2 million, demonstrates how Trump still has the ability to rely on deep-pocket supporters to fill his campaign coffers, even amid his legal troubles. The campaign has not yet released information on how much money Trump raised in the aftermath of his indictment, but it planned to make those numbers public following attention from his arraignment and a full wave of fundraising pleas from his campaign. Yeah, I imagine a lot of people are going to go, you know what, I'm not going to support Trump for this. And D'Armo, there we go. Saying the killer whale got the fiber optic cable. Yeah, the killer whale got the fiber optic cable. That's what it was. They're pissed that I'm speaking out. They're like, hey, he's giving away the game. He's aware. He knows what's on. Someone send the squirrels after him. We made a deal with the squirrels, right? So the squirrels will get him. Never fuck with squirrels, man. They're nuts. FJB, says Fat Conan. Right? Yeah, man. Let everybody know. Fat Conan is a fan of Joe Biden. I mean, I'm not, but apparently Fat Conan proudly proclaiming, hey, fan of Joe Biden. It's a bold stance. Not many people are anymore. Trump had spent Tuesday at the courthouse in Miami, where he pleaded not guilty to federal criminal charges that he squirreled away See what I mean? Squirrels. They involved them again. All right. Military secrets at his club in Palm Beach and stood in the way of efforts by the government to retrieve sensitive documents. Trump faces 37 felony charges, 31 counts of willful retention of national security records, and 6 counts for allegedly obstructing the federal effort to recover those documents. All right, so how many counts does Biden suffer for keeping said documents in a box by his car? Nobody? This is the other part of the problem. You're telling me Trump is this horrible guy. He had these documents. Oh, my God. It's not okay. He tried to keep them from the government. He risked national security. Joe Biden had a box of documents literally in the garage in his old Mustang that his drug-addled son had took out on more than one occasion. You can't tell me that if Donald Trump risked America and the safety with these documents, we got to hold him in federal court. We've got to bring federal charges. When are we going to bring up the charges for Biden then? Because he pretty much did the same shit, only for longer, with less precautions, less understanding or more understanding of the rules, and less reason to violate them. Again, if Trump is bad, Biden is worse, just by any metric, not even including like, oh, well, I'm a Republican or I'm a... No. If what Trump did is bad, what Biden's doing is worse, is just where it is. So, yeah. Anyways, thank you again for watching. If you're watching on Twitch, Rumble, or YouTube. Again, the Rumble chat is up, so you can feel free to use it. We also have the Twitch and YouTube chat on the screen. All right, so Trump raised $2 million. Again, that's immediately following. The numbers are probably going to be higher in the days and weeks following the thing. But more importantly, from yesterday to today, he releases those numbers, just the 24 hours following. I'm sure he raked in easily $4 million total. Easily. Let's talk about Hillary's email server. I'm one of those people here. I'm one of those people that actually was like, I bet Hillary has a more secure email server than the American government. I mean, think about it. Who's going to have a more secure email server? The American government going bottom dollar for their general employees or whatever, or is it going to be the lady that may or may not have emails requesting the how shall we say, relocation of people, right? Like that lady is going to have a very, very strong email server because she might have sent messages that say, hey, how about this person doesn't work here anymore? If you catch my drift. So it's just like, I trust her to have a secure email server. And when all of that thing was going on, Anthony Weiner was able to get in pretty easy into her secure email server. I don't know. At any rate, but like I'm saying, I didn't think the email server thing was a big deal. So to see the way people have responded. Oh, that's right. I definitely have to spend some serious time working on the website because I just paid for it again. And yeah, I got to retool that. Note to self. Also have to remember to write that one off on the taxes. It's not a small expense. It's not a big one, but it's not a small one. Well, I suppose it's medium sized. Hey, it's average, all right? Just turn off the lights and pretend it's good. Anyways, so Trump's raised a pretty decent amount of money. But like I said, with regards to the Trump stuff, I didn't think Hillary's thing was a big deal. But again, if what Hillary did was not a big deal, what Trump's doing is not a big deal. Again, in my opinion, that just those things, Trump and Hillary's things, in my opinion, are rating at the very least about even. So if we need to put Trump behind bars, well, let me tell you, I guess he was right when he said lock her up, because if it's about even. And again, Biden, worse than Trump. Everything going on with Biden, worse than Trump. So don't tell me he's a horrible criminal. And meanwhile, the FBI is like, people keep telling us that Biden's, completely for sale to foreign governments and they have a whole lot of money, but do we want to do that? Nah. Just go fuck yourselves. You dicks. All right, we're coming to the end of the first hour, so I might have to speed up a little bit to keep the show moving along. Again, we are going till 5:30 because of the automatic overtime that we have built into the cake, and the bit rate, while up and down, has been in the green for the foreseeable past and future. So hopefully, and we'll check it right now on my end here. Hopefully, we'll check it right now. Yep, audio seems to be working just fine. So my voice sounds just as shitty through there. Alrighty, back over to this. Pigs run loose on Metro Highway after semi-truck tips over in Minnesota. I don't know why we can't keep our buses, our trucks, our trains, and hopefully not our planes next, where they're supposed to be. They keep falling over. We keep spilling stuff. Thank God the pigs were okay. This was in Little Canada, Minnesota. Pigs ran loose on a metro highway after a semi-trailer truck that was carrying 50 hogs overturned, causing hours-long shutdown Friday morning in Minnesota on Interstate 694. State troopers tried to corral several loose pigs with cameras that cameras showed running through traffic. Oh, dude, please tell me we've got video of that. The truck tipped over around 7:35 a.m., caused rush hour traffic to back up for more than a mile. The truck driver was not hurt. Authorities rounded up the pigs, some of which were injured. All right, so none of the pigs died. Authorities were looking into what caused the semi to tip on its side as it navigated the curve on 694, where it joins northbound Interstate 35 East. Nearly 5 years ago, more than 20 pigs spilled onto the roads in a more rural part of the state. I don't care about what 20 years ago. Let's just point that, 20 years ago, more than 5 years ago, or nearly 5. So it doesn't happen very often. Big deal. So who cares about 5 years ago? We're talking about the pigs of today. Some of them look pretty dirty. Here we go. This is the only thing. We don't have a video of it. You dicks. Oh, there's yeah. Oh, that's gotta suck. How bad do you just want to drive through them and maybe grab some pork chops for the way home? Just, oh no. Backyard renegade. My opinion is she and Biden, Obama, etc. put files in places where they can be easily accessed by anyone with $1 to spare. I don't know about that so much as I would believe wholeheartedly that most, if not all, people in government probably have files and documents. I know for a fact that Biden had files and documents as much so, if not more, than Trump from earlier in his even back to when he was being a senator, and it's just he wasn't supposed to have them. They weren't properly stored. It was like in a box by his fucking Mustang, okay? So don't tell me that Trump's this big bad guy, but Biden, no. We don't got to talk about Biden. Again, that's where it is for me. If I'm not even on the point of refuting whether or not Trump did what they say or whether or not what they say he did is wrong. I'm not even to that. I'm like, no, before we can even get to that, if you're saying that stuff, then why aren't we doing it about these people? Because what they've done is worse. It's just where I land. And I hate that because I'm defending a guy that I kind of don't care for overall. I kind of think he's a douche, kind of think he's an asshole. I really don't want to be going, hey, this isn't fair what you're doing to this fucker. I don't want to defend this guy, but you are being a dick. There are laws that let presidents take documents. There are laws against unofficial email servers for government work. You might be right. There are laws against unofficial email servers for government work. There might be laws against it. There might be laws against doing the stuff that Trump did. Again, I just don't get to that point of whether or not what Trump did is right or wrong. Like I said, what they've done is as bad or worse. And that's where I am with it. I don't even care if what Trump did is legal or isn't legal. I'm saying if we're going to take the time to put Trump on trial, I feel like there should be some other people in those trials too. You know? Like Hillary. Or Biden. Oh, but who's going to ask for that? Maybe the Republicans. I don't know. I don't know. What am I? A fortune teller? Fuck that guy. Anyways, moving right along. Again, thank you for being part of the show.
Start summer at Kohler Hyundai.
What the fuck is that?
Get 0.99% financing on a lot.
Go fuck yourself. I am happy with my vehicle. Speaking of vehicles, actually, that's funny because it came in on this story. So there were a lot of cops. Oh, bovine. Got it. I'm not sure. All right. So there's a Kansas man who went on a fishing trip and thought the lake was in. Nope, never mind. Nope, the guys of Wichita, Kansas. Never mind. I guess it's Cheney Lake. There's a lake in Kansas called Cheney Lake. Alrighty. Has it shot anyone in the face? Just curious. A Kansas man reeled in a big one while angling for crappie. Really? On the Memorial Day weekend, but his fishing story got a little weird. I went out onto Cheney Lake, and the wind was kind of strong. John Mounts, 45, of Wichita, Kansas, told Fox News Digital. I was looking for a structure to fish for crappie. So I went up by the dam and to get out of the southerly winds, and on my side scan, I see something. I looked again, and I thought, Mount said he dropped his Garmin Live Scope into the water to take a better look at it. I could see the fender wells, Mount said. I could see the tires, the roll bar, the steering wheel, the shifter, and I thought, oh, dang. I knew right away it was a Jeep. And I was like, holy crap. I was kind of excited. You were excited to find a Jeep? That I would not be excited. That's a sign of really bad pollution. I found a fucking vehicle over by the dam. Somebody's probably dead in there. But first, Mount said, there were fish to be caught. There were some big old crappie sitting on the hood of it, he said, laughing. So I caught all the fish off of it, and then, as soon as I was done, I put the boat on the trailer, and on my way out of the parking lot, I called the authorities. Officers from Sedgwick County, oh, I thought you brought the boat out, met Mounts at his house to view the images. One of the officers took one look at it and was like, "Oh yeah, that's a CJ," Mounts said. Captain Benjamin Blick of the Sedgwick County Sheriff's Office confirmed the incident. On May 29th, we got a call from a fisherman who said he found a vehicle underwater. We had county fire divers go up there as well as a tow service and pulled it from the lake. Searched the vehicle for an identification number. Then they were able to locate one. Okay. And when we did a little bit of research on it with the assistance of the Wichita Police Department, here's the Jeep, by the way. Let's zoom in on this quick. Enhance. So that's what they pulled from the water. The hood of it was just melting. The front end of the Jeep was just degrading. It was just dissolving into the water. Oh, man. Oh, God. It literally, like, the fish would absorb it. You would absorb it. It was in the water. Literally parts of Jeep. Nothing runs like a deer. Hey, nothing dissolves like a Jeep. You think keeping rust off of them just from the winter is bad. Ho! Try a couple decades underwater. Alrighty. So, boop, back there we go. Bring that back down. There we are. So, let's see. And a little bit of research. We discovered it was a 1983 Jeep CJ7 that had been reported stolen in 1990. So the guy who looked at it was right. It was a CJ7. I didn't know that was what a crappy Jeep. It was a crappy Jeep. If you mean from the fish that were there. After more follow-up, the sheriff's department identified the last known owner of the Jeep who had reported it stolen. The individual now lives in Arkansas. We contacted the last owner of it, Blick said. He said clearly it had been stolen. He made an insurance claim, which was paid out. We've contacted the insurance company also. And so really at this point, since they own it, since they paid out on it, it's up to them what to do from here. Yes, we'd like to keep the Jeep. A significant resale value. Blick said the sheriff's department does not have any information about the circumstances of the theft report and that the case was worked by the Wichita Police Department. But Mounts is still curious. He wants to know the story behind the stolen Jeep he found at the bottom of Lake Cheney. Cheney? It's Cheney. It seems like Cheney. I spoke with the detective the day before yesterday, and he told me that they had a number for the gentleman, but would not release the name to me, Mounts said. He did say that he would give them my number if they wanted to reach out to me, they could. I don't think they want to. Mounts said he's interested in whatever mystery might have taken place 3 decades ago. You know, this was 33 years ago, he said. Maybe they'd have a picture of it when they had it. I could tell by looking at it that it had aftermarket rims. I got a picture from the rear, and you can see it had a toe. I didn't know, but it was somebody's toy back in the day. All right, come on. So you knew it was like someone's love truck. This is just really? You want to keep the information on it? Do you have any pictures? I mean, I was looking at it. Looks like it was pretty hot back in the day. I wouldn't mind frapping off a couple to it if you... It was a good-looking Jeep in their time, you know? Like, this is my grandma. Yeah, man, your grandma looks kind of old. Yeah, but wait when she goes to bed, I'll show you her high school graduation photo. Grandma had some gams. Gam had gams, and you could fucking spank to them. You know what I mean? And hanger downs. Oh, lordy. Oh, my God. So why do you want to know here's what I think the story of the Jeep is. I think the Jeep had some aftermarket rims. I think it might have had some other high-end electronics and devices that might have, conveniently enough, been removed. And then the Jeep was reported stolen. Was it stolen? My opinion, just an opinion. It wasn't reported. That's a weird thing for the Jeep to be reported stolen and then just ditched by the dam. Nah. Riding Dirty Llama saying usually the person that comes back to ask questions would be the one that originally did the dirty deed. Yeah, but if you did the dirty deed, you wouldn't be fishing near it. And I don't know if this person 33 years ago, odds are good that the guy that found the boat isn't even 33 years old. So I don't know. Well Salty saying hello, Johnny. Good to see you. Good to see you too, Well Salty. Welcome to the show. We've got another banger of a show for you for another 2.5 hours. Because we have automatic overtime. But that's what we have when we have our minimum financial needs met. And that ends at the end of this week. We'll do a little bit of a push or a rally or whatever in a little while. And then, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Anyways, moving along. Mounts now wanting to know what's going on doesn't weird me out. Like I said, I would be... I personally, because I like to think it's more dramatic this way. And so my fan fiction for this story is, no. This was an insurance claim. This was an insurance claim. You ditched the Jeep. You reported it stolen. You got its value returned. And I bet you ditched a majority of the Jeep. You knew you couldn't keep it. If you wanted to keep this thing, you couldn't report it stolen. But you know what you could do? You could ditch it with its aftermarket rims and its tow bar that you can't take off or whatever, but you could certainly keep some of the more expensive pieces for yourself. Some of the parts that have just a wee bit of resale value, that don't necessarily have any VIN numbers associated to them, like some doors or a roof or whatever. And you get the full value of the vehicle. It's not a bad deal. That's what I think they did. I think they took a payday. I think they cut a corner, took a payday, got as much as they could out of it, and moved on. And that's why they won't want to talk to this guy about the Jeep. Because they'll be like, no, let sleeping dogs lie. I don't want anyone coming knocking asking about this Jeep. If you come asking about my Jeep, I don't have any money. But what I do have are a particular set of skills. So if you need your spark plugs replaced, I'm not a good person. Alrighty. So there we go. The plot thickens for the old dead Jeep. Moving along to this last part of our first hour stories, so then we can get into our second hour stories. Again, thank you for being part of the show. Johns Hopkins University has dropped their new term for woman. So I'll allow you all a moment to open a window. Thank you, Wilmer, for the bits, and Fanatical Bucks fan for the channel points. It's a serious show for serious people. Alrighty, so moving right along, as I was saying. Where are we at? There we are. Thank you for the 250 channel points. Johns Hopkins University dropped their new term for woman, and let's just say it's interesting. Johns Hopkins should change their name to Josephine Hopkins. Maybe. New term. Sex toy doesn't work? Yeah, dude. What do you mean new term for woman? I thought we already had slut. Whore was short, to the point, and we all got it. All right. Anyways, so now Johns Hopkins University has referred to women or woman as a non-man in the school's new LGBTQ glossary, prompting backlash from critics. I can't see why. We're calling women non-men. Seems right to me. The prestigious Baltimore Research University's LGBTQ glossary defined a lesbian as a non-man attracted to non-men. Again, accurate. All right? It's listing the important parts. I mean, woman was just a polite way of saying non-man. Now we're cutting to the heart of it. Look, these things don't have dicks. Alrighty. John Hopkins is part of the corrupt oligarchy that attempts to control the world. Well, you know what? Blind squirrel occasionally finds a nut. Broken clock, right twice a day. Look, this is the right thing, okay? These women have been all uppity and too full of themselves. We got to buck down on this. We got to control this shit, and you do that by first addressing the problem. And the women know it's true, too. You have to get to the root of the issue, and the issue is non-man. And if it weren't for the fact that you're the only thing I like to fuck. Oh. Fat Conan, the useless piece of skin surrounding the pussy. Look, we wanted to call them the vaginal life support system, but that was too long, so we went with non-man. Taste Fairy saying, hola, Johnny. Hey, Taste Fairy, welcome to the show. We're going for another 2 hours, 15 minutes. Glad you could join us. Talking right now about the newest term for women in the LGBTQ glossary of the Johns Hopkins University. Now, to their credit, they did scrub this thing from the internet. But as you know, once published on the internet, nothing ever dies on the internet. All right, so while the glossary is a resource posted on the website of Johns Hopkins University and of Diversity and Inclusion, the definitions were not reviewed or approved by the ODI, Office of Diversity and Inclusion, leadership, and the language in the question has been removed pending review. Right? So they very quickly and quietly went, oh, wait, no. You know what that is? They're going to blame somebody for it. They're going to put somebody's name on it. And they're going to go, hey, you're responsible for this. But I'd be more than willing to wager this was part of a not a movement. Maybe a movement. That's worse, not better. Damn. Part of a concerted effort to kind of, test the waters. Let's see how they take being called non-women. Because we're breaking the gender boundary here. I just had a movement. Yeah, people have been having movements in the channel. Case in point.
I'm gonna get a rash, a pussy rash.
Thank you for the egg chair sticker and the 50 bits. Let's just check the sticker party thing just to be sure. All right, ways off. Not gonna worry. Thank you again for all the support. If you support the show through, you know what? We'll do that whole spiel if we want to get a hype train to going. Now will be the time we kind of get everybody to go in at once. Otherwise, we'll have just more of a show. As I was saying. Let's go back up here and copy the links quick. If you don't want to use the sound drops and the stickers, the direct pay links are being popped into the channel right now for the PayPal, the Venmo, and the Streamlabs. The Streamlabs goes to the PayPal, so if you, I don't know, but if that's what you want, that's where it is. So that's a way you can help support the show. And again, all of the support just keeps this little program afloat. Thank you very, very much. Let's pull up the Hemponics website. We'll drop the audio a little bit. There we go. Pull up the Hemponics website and just do that part too. The other thing you can do if you want to support the show and you like... Ooh. Is my link no longer active? No, it is. Whew. For a minute there, I was worried. I was like, holy shit, is my link no... Holy bees! Ah, a bunch of bees. All right. So as I was saying, if you want to support the show and you like CBD, CBG, CBN, HHC, any of those great cannabinoid products, go through my friends at Hemponics because their products are from seed to sale, as I like to say, all in-house. So they know what you know what you're getting, you know it's quality, and you know where it came from, which you don't get with the stuff you buy at the gas station or the head shop or whatever. And I enjoy a good glass shop here and there. I certainly like Buddha Glass in my local neighborhood, but I wouldn't buy my CBD stuff from them. No disrespect to them. They don't know necessarily what they have. They don't know necessarily where it all comes from because it's a generic commercial piece of crap. Whereas innovative hemp-based solutions like the ones you get at Hemponics, like I said, start to finish, people know what's in it, where it comes from, because they handle the whole thing. Hey, everyone, we have a cat. Let's get your sound drop.
That's one fucking nice kitty right there.
Indeed it is. Tegra. So, yeah, if you have pets, they have pet edibles. So if you have a pet that suffers from arthritis, joint issues, seizures, spasms, a variety of issues and ailments that can be treated with just a little bit of CBG. They have gummies, balms, vapes. Sorry, I'm petting a cat and it's throwing me off. So, again, tinctures, all of that. I just ordered some CBD deep relief medicated lotion for a friend of mine that should be hopefully getting here soon. I love using the Muscle Frost roll-on pain relief gel. The CBG tincture is something I use daily. There's a CBN that I use for calm body for the nighttime. So I support all of those products, and bye-bye, kitty. If you want to support the show, you can use the links. You can support through those and get something for your support, just whatever. Again, thank you for any support of the show. We don't really have any sound drops or bits or sub things happening, so we're going to pull the audio down quick and load our second hour stories. Here we go. Let's just get this out of the way. And poop. And then let's go down. Oh, nope, it is right there in the beginning. CBD gives Duke diarrhea. Thank you, Dear Butch, for the 250 channel points. I don't know if that is a common thing with giving dogs CBD and CBG. Poop corn, says Fat Cone. Poop corn. I think we have a sound drop for that. All right. Now let's seriously pull the audio down so we can get the next few things up. Don't do any sound drop stuff for just a minute. So we've got to talk about, for the second hour, a few things to talk about. We have a video of a Nevada residents that are dealing with a particularly annoying issue. We have a bus in Poland that is going to be no longer giving rides. And you might ask, why is that a story? Well, wait till we get to the heart of that. We have alligator attacking a drone from the Lee County Sheriff's Office of Florida. And now we have a story that I'm very excited to get into. Media reporting that Target stores have faced threats, bomb threats, in five different states. It's been publicized a little bit in a few different areas, and we're going to talk about it. But as the media is reporting it, I'm telling you right now, bomb threats, 5 states. Targets were temporarily closed out of threats to employee safety. This is not okay. Bomb threats. There's one fact they did admit, and we'll get to that in a minute. You can feel free to guess what it is. I'm sure you'll probably figure it out. Alrighty, so Fallen saying there's so much smoke outside, my eyes are burning. I have not been outside much. I was outside earlier, and I did not have any issues, but that's scary because, again, glad we're worried about the environment with global warming, because I'm sure burning a whole bunch of forest has no effect on any of that. But let's go kill a bunch of cows and not let those be a thing anymore. We all better switch over to electricity because that's so efficient. But global warming, man. We got to start instituting changes to make this stuff stop. But the forests burning won't change that, plus or minus at all. Oh, fine. Canada is burning it all on purpose. I have no thoughts on that. I'm just going to leave that one there. Well, I won't say I have no thoughts on that. I have no public thoughts on that I want to venture down on this show today at this time. So that's where I'm just going to go, and we're leaving that there. Fills a Walmart bag with air, takes it to Target, take down the display, or I'll pop it. Why would the Walmart bag takes a Walmart bag, fills a Walmart bag with air? You mean outside? I don't know why we had to say a Walmart bag, but it's interesting. It's not the Walmart clientele though. All right, oh wait, was it? Oh, yeah, we have that one. We loaded it. We haven't gotten there. Okay, so we have a gentleman that posted a little thing on Twitter that's gotten quite a few views. It's gotten some retweets and stuff, so we're going to put that up. It's a person's opinion. We're not saying anyone should. Walmart air must be bad. I mean, Walmart air full of smoke from Canada. What's the difference, you know? So, at any rate, we're gonna play that dude's Twitter post thing again, saying now, as we'll say then, just his opinion. We're not taking a side on it. We're just airing a man's opinion that he put up on social media. We're gonna do the same with Tucker Carlson in hour 3. So, you know, this is just another person that we're doing it with. This guy you may not know of, though. He's not a famous person by any means, from what I understand. Yeah. And then we have a story of a preacher from a Protestant church in Germany. It's only a minute long, and we'll get to that too. Anyhow, to the first thing. From the windows to the walls. All right, so this is out of Elko, Nevada. We're going to let this story just kind of play out. Apparently some people in Nevada, I've been outside all day. Wow. You've been outside all day? I'm jealous of that, but also, if your eyes are burning from being outside all day, that'll be so miserable. Oh, holy clams. Clams! They're bringing in the clams. All right. So as I was saying, also burping. Jesus, will it stop? All right, thank you. All right. So back to this. Elko, Nevada, we have, again, residents complaining of a nuisance. And for once, it's not homeless people. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, and they poop everywhere.
Oh, I got to go back. No. I got to get that as a sound drop later.
Gross. They look like spiders. Yeah, and they poop everywhere.
Thousands upon thousands of Mormon crickets creeping across Elko right now.
We just stay inside.
Mormon crickets. Why are they Mormon crickets? Do they have like multiple wives? Was their religion founded by a scam artist? Do they believe in polygamy? Mormon crickets. So, do the Mormon crickets ever fight the Protestant crickets? Do we ever have a situation where, do the Mormon crickets have magical cricket underwear? When you step on a Mormon cricket, does it get an afterlife with its own planet? Just exactly how deep into Mormonism do the crickets go? Are Mormon crickets invaders from Utah?
We don't go outside.
They're in fields, roaming the streets. They're even climbing the hospital walls.
It got to the point where just to get patients into the hospital, we had people out there with leaf blowers, with brooms. At one point, we even did have a tractor with a snow plow on it just to try to push the piles of crickets and keep them moving on their way.
The crickets made their way into town on Monday, and within days...
Oh, the squishing sounds. Oh, no. You can cosplay as ISIS and tear its... Oh. Way to go hard in the paint on that one. Maybe they should build a cricket church. Oh, no. They shouldn't build a cricket church. So wait a minute. Do these crickets hang out at night? Like under... No.
Had taken over some areas of the community.
They're in their migratory phase, if you want to call it that, and they're moving, and Mormon crickets can move up to a mile a day.
Jeff Knight is an entomologist for the...
Mormon crickets can move up to a mile a day. They'll go door to door asking if they can talk to you about their Lord and Savior Jehovah. And Mormon crickets are generally very, very, very peaceful. But Mormon crickets, unfortunately, if you indulge Mormon crickets even once, you will indulge Mormon crickets every day. Because Mormon crickets will show up repeatedly until you agree to become a Mormon cricket yourself. Now, I don't disagree with Mormon crickets. However, I feel that the entire Mormon cricket religion was founded by a charlatan who could not replicate his work, and that is why I feel most Mormon crickets are in themselves carpet-bagging hoodwinkers.
The Nevada Department of Agriculture. He says the crickets have a 4 to 6 year cycle, and then they disappear for a while. The dormant period for elko...
Wait a minute. They have a 4 to 6 year cycle, and then they disappear for a while? Can we get the Mormons to do that? Can we get, So is that kind of like Imagine Dragon? They have a 4 to 6 year cycle and then they disappear for a while? I say that. I haven't checked music. Did Imagine Dragons come out with another fucking song? I actually liked Imagine Dragons for 1 minute. And then I found out they were a Mormon band. And then I found out that they were pushing the whole like gay thing with the Mormon culture, because we need the Mormon church to accept gays. Like, you need the Mormon church to stop being a for money scam. But I mean, you and the Church of Scientology can get into that fucking argument. I love the riff. I gotta stop doing it, but I love it. Anyhow, am I wrong, or in all the pictures are these some big ass fucking crickets? Imagine dragging my schween on your face. I'm gonna not. And back to the crickets.
Ended in 2019, so now they're back.
I do sympathize with people because, you know, it is kind of overwhelming to have these kind of populations, but they will go away.
And they drop from the ceiling down. And yeah, they're gross. They're super gross.
For Precious Drake, the crickets can't move on fast enough.
Yeah, slap that ass.
She draws the line.
Yeah.
Show it again.
Gross.
Show it again. Oh.
For Precious Drake, the crickets can't move
Look
on
at all
fast
that real.
enough.
Look at
And
all
they
that
drop
real
from the
estate.
ceiling down.
Look at all that real estate. We're gonna pull the audio down so we don't have to hear screaming so much. Look at that back end. Like, of course that cricket's on there. He knows you've been eating good. Look at how big that farmland is.
Yeah, they're gross. They're super gross.
You know, I've heard a rumor that Mormon crickets love a big back end, and let me just say, this one is definitely living up to the stereotype. Mango pulp in a garage bag. Oh no, what's mango pulp in a garage bag? Next spider population boost. I guarantee you, Saint RN, there's a healthy number of spiders, snakes, rabbits, and maybe even like deer and stuff that are feasting on these crickets. Let me tell you, they are getting eaten a bunch. That's what happens in a swarm like this. But again, the whole point is that the ones that make it through the buffet, the scream is half of it. The scream is half of it, he says. Okay, fine. We'll put the scream back on for you. Again, I'm just loving that the cricket landed there, and we have whoever's filming this. We have footage of this person swatting the bug off her ass. Deer don't eat crickets. Do deer eat snakes, Deer Butch? Because we did a story yesterday about a deer eating a snake. Look, I would more than willing to believe that deer don't subsist on crickets. But I'm telling you, if a deer came up on a bush full of crickets, the deer will eat the crickets and the bush. All right, anyways, so let's get back to this with the audio up again for D'Armo, who really needs. I'm just saying, I'm not eating them. You're also not actually a. Anyways, going back to the lady, one more time for the cheap seats.
But they will go away.
And they drop from the ceiling down. And yeah, they're gross. They're super gross.
For Precious Drake, the crickets can't move on fast enough. She draws the line when they're inside her home.
I have a electric outlet that doesn't have a cover on it. And somehow one of them got in and was looking at me when I woke up.
Okay, so one, these things are. Oh no! What the heck?
It's one thing if fictional.
Oh, go eat a dick. Go eat a dick. I do not want to see Janine fucking Moose. Why? Why did you give her that story? You know who I wish got hit in the head with a baseball? Janine Moose. Would explain the voice. Well, when you're talking about baseball, it helps if you act like a carnival barker from the 1920s. And you look like a bridge troll that had a rough day with a sandblaster. Why? We fired so many people at CNN, but she got to keep her goddamn job. Janine fucking Moose. I didn't even want to talk about that story. I covered it already. Very funny. The guy's all right. Great, good for him. But, again, Janine Moose, I have to say, she does not deserve that story. Janine Moose deserves interesting stories that people really want to talk about, but nobody else is covering but CNN. So that way, the only way you can watch that story is to watch it with Janine Moose. Because I have to say, she has nothing else interesting or entertaining to add. Quite frankly, I've gotten more content out of ripping on her, and it's been better content than she has produced her entire career. Squirrels are cannibals. Dude, yeah, squirrels are cannibals. Deer are herbivores by definition, but they are not entirely omnivoric. Again, I have a video of a deer eating a snake. We watched it yesterday. It was creepy as fuck. All right, let's get back to where were we at? That's them popping like packing tape.
If you want to call it that, and they're moving, and Mormon crickets can move up to a mile a day.
Jeff Knight is
Mormon crickets can move up to a mile a day. They have an average of 2 to 7 wives and are usually eating their brains out every night. Mormon crickets like to, mix it up a bit. Johnny Trump, you didn't get arrested. Okay.
an entomologist for the Nevada Department of Agriculture. He says the crickets have a 4 to 6 year cycle, and then they
sympathize with people because it is kind of overwhelming to have these kind of populations.
These things are creepy looking.
And they drop from the ceiling down, and yeah, they're gross. They're super gross.
For Precious Drake, the
Hit that
crickets can't
ass.
move on fast enough.
Wait a minute.
She draws the line.
Her name is Precious Drake? I just got that. Her name is Precious Drake? Her name is Precious. 5W40 Motor Oil saying, listen to the last hour of Steel Toe. I'll try. Kind of give it a go after the show, I guess. Why do I want to listen to the last hour of Steel Toe? Is there a reason? At Saint Irene, I'll eat my neighbor's dog if they ban cow meat. Hey, Deer Butch, house next door to you for sale. Oh. What are you having for dinner? I'm eating Duke. That's what... Dick. Anyways, so again, Precious, I didn't even catch that your name was Precious.
Line when they're inside her home.
I have a electric outlet that doesn't have a cover on it. Somehow one of them got in and was looking at me when I woke up.
These things are ugly and creepy as looking. Do they even... it looks like they only have 4 legs. And those weird butt thorn things. Oh, so that's the end of that.
It's one thing if fictional character.
It's one thing if I keep getting work because I have blackmail information on several studio executives. I fucking hate you. Janine Moose. I hate you, Janine Moose. I hate that you keep doing work, specifically voiceover work. Look, I get it. My voice isn't the best, all right? But there's a little bit of entertainment. There's a little bit of charisma. I'm all right on the eyes most of the time. A little chubby right now, I get it. But come on, man. Jesus. Janine Moose. Thank God there is no visual element to her performance because, good God, that would be painful. Seaball Hawk 420. Mango Mussolini is going to prison. Let's go. I have never heard Joe Biden called Mango Mussolini. I didn't think we were even around. Oh, if you're talking about the Trump thing, that's sad. Mango Mussolini. I mean, the guy's a dick. I'm not a big fan. But again, as I said earlier in the show, which you might have missed it, anything you can hate Trump for, you should be irate for Biden and the Democrats for. Trump's, as we were talking about earlier, Trump's whole thing with the documents, just as bad as Hillary's thing with the server. If not, Hillary's thing is worse. And then if any of this shit, Biden's is even worse beyond that. But that's the recap of what we said earlier, since you apparently missed it, based on that comment. Oh, fuck Biden too. Let's go. But her emails. I love the people that think he's going to go to jail for this. Like, as Van Drexel said, oof. Yeah, indeed. Moving on. Again, things that weren't really part of the show. Thank you for bringing back that little callback moment. Moving on. For those of you that were planning to go to hell in Poland just to ride on the historic bus number 666, your time has passed. This is out of Warsaw, Poland. The bus to the town of Hell on Poland's Baltic coast has long been popular with tourists, but some Christian conservatives have protested the number signifying the devil on the bus leading to a place that sounds like the word hell in English. Yes, how dare people have fun? The local bus operator, PKS Gdynia, or Godina, I don't know, announced this week that the bus 666 will no longer run to hell. It said it had flipped the last number and would now run the line under the number 669.
No, God, please, no! 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 No!
I didn't know you felt that strongly. But yeah, now it's 669, which is no longer the devil's number, but it is the devil's favorite Karma Sutra position. You know, because he's a giver. Local media said the bus company acted under the pressure of Christian groups who had pushed for the change, but were already thinking of returning to the old number amid a public outcry over the change. The local news portal Trojimisto said that the line operated under the number 666 since 2006, the first as a local joke before attracting riders from across Poland and beyond. Some people rode the bus simply to say they had taken the 666 bus to hell, Polish media reported. Fronda, a Catholic publication, has for years called for the 666 bus, the 666. We're calling it the 666 bus because it makes life easier to read. The 666 bus to be renamed, arguing that it had satanic overtones and that to present the reality of eternal damnation as amusing in any way is just plain stupidity, right? Thank you for the 750 channel points. You get it, like, it's for tourism, right? Although I suppose that's greed, you know? We're doing it for money. Oh, no. Greed. There you go. There you go. Like I said, way to prove you can't have a sense of humor about anything, you know? Just suck all the fun out of it. People can't even be like, I took the 666 bus to hell. I guarantee you there are people that still, and I guarantee you there are shops that still sell the I went to hell and all I got was this t-shirt, like, kind of thing. So, I mean, why is fun a crime now? Why do we gotta rein in fun? Alrighty. It lamented that, wait a minute, what? Fronda, Catholic publication, It lamented that fact that many Polish journalists, even Catholic ones, took pleasure in the joke. Yes, because the joke is funny. I rode the 666 bus to hell. Your baby puked on me. I rode the 666 bus to hell, but I couldn't stand those noisy... Whoa! Whoo, that one... Alrighty. So, again, we have a show rolling for another hour and 45 minutes. Thank you for being part of it. And 5P1NO saying hello. Hello. Hello, is it me you're chatting for? All right, so this next story is, again, in my opinion, proof that Mother Nature is starting to really, really not like the amount of fucking with it we do, and they're striking back. But this one isn't whales, at least. It's not orcas. It's not whales. Although if these animals start organizing, coordinating like whales do, we actually will be in trouble, like legit in trouble. And they have more reason to. If you think about it.
It doesn't work for me.
What doesn't?
I gotta have more cowbell.
Well, thank you for following the channel. We appreciate that. This fun little program runs Monday through Friday, 2 to 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, talking about news, current events, different shit, whatever happens, being a punching bag for the chat, all the basic tropes. And right now we're talking about an alligator. This is a story from a Florida sheriff who shared a video of the moment an underwater camera drone was attacked by an alligator during a training exercise. Why do you have an underwater camera drone for an exercise? Florida sheriff. Maybe. I don't know. Anyways, they had an underwater camera drone. They were practicing busting drug dealers, maybe? Arresting illegal migrants. I don't know what you use an underwater camera drone for. Ba-dun, 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 da-dun, da-dun, da-dun. Hey, there it is. There's our camera drone. Okay. You're laughing. I get it. So wait a minute. He's not biting it. He's slapping it. Does he bite it? Would you like a peanut? Or just the tail slaps? Can we see it get attacked again for that dude to go, oh! I love how he acts like they hit him. Are you just harassing the alligator with the drone now? Holy crap, you're just tormenting the alligator with the drone. He doesn't know what to do with it. And they're just, no, I'm following you. I'm following you. Yeah, swim all you want, motherfucker. I'm following you. Put a treble book on it. Treble book? What's... So you had the... a treble hook on it. Okay. That makes more sense. Yeah, you had a camera on the drone and you didn't want to show that footage at all. You just decided to show the above water action, which, don't get me wrong, it wasn't bad. The above water action was good. But come on, man. You could have shown us the thing swimming at it. And then I also love that they just kind of kept chasing the alligator with the drone. Because apparently the alligator had no desire to try to eat the drone or bite the drone. The main, most powerful weapon the alligator has. And for whatever reason was like, nah, not employing that here. And just decided to slap it with his tail a couple of times. And then, like I said, the drone then proceeded to harass the alligator. The alligator then went on shore and said, hey, you guys are cops. I'd like to file a restraining order against this drone. He's fucking following me around, goddamn creeper. Oh, alrighty. So that is alligator fights drone via the sheriff's office. We have an hour and a half or so left in the show, moving right on through everything. We've still got to get to Tucker Carlson stuff. That might fill up a wee bit of time. But before we get to Tucker Carlson stuff, we got to move through the stories we have right now, including this one that I was teasing earlier. The Washington Post and several left-leaning media outlets have been running the story that Target is receiving bomb threats and had to close 5 locations. The Washington Post, for example, and we even have a picture of it right here. The Washington Post even ran this headline. Target stores in at least 5 states were evacuated this week after receiving bomb threats. All stores are currently open and operating regular hours, Target said in a statement. USA Today also following up with, police investigate bomb threats made against Target stores in Utah, allegedly spurred by retail chains' LGBTQ collections celebrating Pride Month. That is not acceptable, you know? And when you say it like that, all I can say is these gosh darn religious conservative groups and all of their hatred that they have for the LGBT to threaten to blow up a store. The Hill even reported that Target stores in at least 5 U.S. states had to be evacuated over the weekend after receiving bomb threats. Now, one that didn't get publicized a lot, but is still related to the story. South Burlington, Vermont Police Chief Shaw Burke said that news outlets in Vermont, New Hampshire, and New York all received the same email bomb threat over the weekend, which accused the retail chain of betraying the LGBTQ plus community, also naming the locations of 4 stores in the 3 states, including South Burlington. So, again, Target's under attack, but nobody wants to mention that they're under attack by the LGBTQ. They're literally pumping the story, more likely because Target moved the merchandise. It is exactly because Target moved the merchandise or canceled the stuff. And it is coming from the LGBTQ community. And I have my theories, but I won't say them here, on exactly which letters of that community might be particularly pushing that particular message. However, I hate that the media wants so bad to run the story that they take the villain out of it because the villain doesn't fit their narrative. They want bomb threats. They want the stores to have to close because of horrible, violent threats, but they don't want to say the horrible, violent threats are coming from anybody within the LGBTQ community because we can't publicize that message. I forget whether or not it's true. We just can't publicize it. And it also proves one other thing. People who are anti-LGBTQ, like Pride Month stuff at Target, they did their fighting. They did their violent act. You know what their violent act was? They stopped shopping at Target. That was their violent uprising. They went, I'll go to Walmart. Oh, Amazon online. You know what? Is Kmart still a thing? Again, they just took their shopping elsewhere. And Target bowed down to that violent action. They couldn't withstand that barrage financially in their portfolio. And that's why they cowed to that behavior. So now we're seeing the other end. But unfortunately, the LGBTQ community can't fight with their dollar because there's not a lot of them. And so the ones that really care but can't do anything resort to violence. And again, my big problem here. Go ahead and run the story, but be honest about who done it. I mean, what is it in the Hill? 6 paragraphs into their 10-paragraph story, after casting Target as victims and the right wing full of hate, they finally mentioned that the bomb threats were known motive. The bomb threats with known motives are all from LGBT activists. Oops. Anyways, we've got an hour and a half left in the show. Given that last thing that we just read and the next video we're going to go into, I figured it was just fair to share someone else's opinion who maybe doesn't side with any of that stuff. This is a 49 seconds of one man's opinion. I am not endorsing or condemning this man's opinion, simply sharing it with other people. You take it how you will. I'm not telling you what to do.
Jack Reynolds did an interview where they asked him what sort of characteristics did he look for in a child before targeting them. And he said, more important than the characteristics of the child, he looked at the characteristics of the family. The first thing he mentioned was that if he perceived the father to be a threat, he stayed away, which tells us a few things, dads. 1, you better be a threat. But 2, you better be present enough in your child's life to where they know you're a threat. And I would say it tells us one more thing that's very interesting. There's a lot of people right now that seem hell-bent to have sexual conversations with our children without our knowledge. Those are the same people telling us that the very things that make you a threat are manifestations of toxic masculinity. So maybe we shouldn't listen to those people. Convicted child offender Jack Reynolds did an...
Sorry, I meant to have that on time better. I really like that part with maybe we shouldn't listen to those people. He raises some interesting points. Let's have a debate. That's all I'm saying. We've heard multiple sides. Anyways, we have this show kicking on for you for another hour and a half. We're almost done with our second hour stories, so we really need to mosey. This last one here is a weird kind of a thing, because I don't know if you know the history of religion in Germany, but Germany kind of traditionally they weren't big on accepting other ideals and other views. They were very staunch that their religious views stay the way they are, which is why to see this, I just go, wait a minute. Anyways, we go now to live to a German pastor. The pastor's name is Quentin Caesar of the German Protestant Church at a congress in Nuremberg.
Jetzt ist die Zeit zu sagen.
Now is the time to say, we are all the last generation. Oh, God. Oh, shit. Now is the time to say, we are the last generation, and we really need to finish the job and round up these...
Die letzte Generation. Jetzt ist...
Now is the time to say, Mein Kampf...
Die Zeit zu sagen, Black Lives always matter.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me that until recently God was racist? We have to say Black lives always matter in a church sermon? Did somebody think they didn't matter, especially from the religious angle? I mean, I'm pretty sure that religious people believe Black lives matter. They spend a lot of time protesting outside abortion clinics. They believe Black lives matter. Wow. I didn't even expect it to go this way. So you thought maybe God or people thought that maybe God was like anti-Black Lives Matter? Or so we talking about the movement? Like, did you get paid for this endorsement?
Jetzt ist die Zeit.
Now is the time to say God is queer. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Look, I don't know whether God is or isn't queer. I don't want to assume God's sexual identity. I will know, though, if you're going to say God is queer, you better be right. Because if he isn't, or she isn't, might really hate that you called them up on just out in the open like that.
Zu sagen, Gott ist queer.
That's right, guys. God is queer. God is queer. That's why when he designed all of the life on this planet, he made male and female genders for like 80 to 95% of them. Even with the bugs, you know, he didn't really make a whole lot of like the dudes can F the dudes and still have a family and keep it going. The chicks can have, and that's why in the early iterations of man, God is queer. So he's like, hey, how about we hate all the gay people? Right. Look, I'm just feeling like you're pushing a message that you believe, which is fine. Good for you. Believe what you want, but understand where you are, my friend. Pushing a message like now is the time to say God is queer is like Muslim people saying now is the time to say, and we're totally cool with being mocked. Now is the time to say it's all right to draw the Prophet Muhammad. Like, again, that's you saying now that is the time to say God is queer. Those are kind of on the same level because, again, in the actual written literature, both of those viewpoints, very moot. But in the practice of the people, very staunchly believe in the
Jetzt ist die Zeit zu sagen, we leave no one to die.
Do you want to back up that opinion a little bit over the time? Now is the time. Right. We should have had that opinion back in the 1940s. We leave no one to die. Now get in the oven. Fanatical Bucks fan saying God is rolling over in her grave. The only reason God's rolling over in her grave is because she was tapping on the roof the whole time and isn't sure if anyone heard. She's not dead yet, so she thought maybe she was upside down, and now she's trying the bottom. I get what you're saying.
Und jetzt ist wieder die Zeit zu sagen, wir schicken ein Schiff und noch viel mehr.
We send a ship and much more. Wait a minute, what? Are you talking about blitzkrieging somebody? We will send a ship. We will send the armies. Is he doing a weird, like, German, God damn it. Not Theodore Roosevelt. What's the name of the British one during that time? God damn it, now I'm slipping on that. We will fight them on the shores and the beaches. We will fight them in the banks and the financial institutions. Whoa, 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 whoa. With our long-forgotten brethren. All right. Keep going.
Wir empfangen Menschen an sicheren Häfen.
We welcome people at the Greek. Safe harbors. Safe spaces for all.
Safe spaces for all. Wir haben alle Privilegien.
We have privileges. No. You don't have privileges. You're not white. Remember how that works? Privileges only happen for white people. And quite frankly, after everything else that has been taken from me, my masculinity, and everything else, my legs, I am not willing to give up privilege. Okay, I'm not willing to give up my privilege because white privilege is quite frankly apparently the only thing I have left. I don't have any right to dissent. I don't have any right to speak up, and apparently now I don't even get to have white privilege because we have to allow. I don't want to let other people in the club if it's the only thing we have.
Und können sie für mehr Gerechtigkeit einsetzen.
We can use them for more justice. We can be allies for each other. We are here. We are Jewish. Oh, wait, nope, still not.
Wir sind hier. Wir sind doch viele.
There are so many of us. We are minor affected persons. Whoa!
Nie wieder
and we are never quiet again. Who is we? Who is we? We are the National Socialist Party. All right. Goodbye. All right. There we go. So now apparently the God is dead conversation really taking it off in the chat. Sweet. So we have an hour and a half left in the show. Finally getting to our third hour stories. Oh, that was bad. There we go. Drank too much water today. We're going to pull down the audio while we pull up our third hour stories. We have a couple of things to get into, and we'll kind of break down a couple of things, including a video presentation that a child chose to give in front of his school about the subject, what is a brony? Now, many of us know exactly what a brony is. I'm sure most of us do. I don't know what gave this kid the confidence to talk about this in front of his classmates. I feel like this is something, if either he's very comfortable with being teased, or he's like, I'm just sick of the same old ones. They call me fat. How about we give him something new to go on? Because, Jesus, he has to be trolling them. I don't know. It's pretty messed up. We also have the Tucker Carlson thing from Twitter from yesterday. We'll go through a little bit of that and kind of talk about that. Jabronis are the only accepted bronies. Well, let me just say, jabronis are not my little bronies. Okay, so let's pull the audio down. Let's go ahead and pull up the third hour stories. We're going to talk about a lady who takes being a cat lady to an extreme. We have, again, the video about the student explaining, and this is from 8 years ago. Jesus. I didn't realize it was from 8 years ago. I thought this was someone who was willing to do this now. Either way, I do want to see people confront this person, just in general, way too ballsy about being a brony. Anyways, we also have an article about a man who was locked out of his smart house, so we'll talk about that. We've got Tucker Carlson's Twitter show that we want to do. We'll talk about that. Sorry, Dead Jester, for the chart. I have the audio down while I'm loading the stories, so they don't make any noise. We have surveillance images released of a man who assaulted a person outside of pro-life, or outside a pro-lifer who was assaulted outside of Planned Parenthood. And then we're going to talk about Amy Schumer, because I guess she's still technically a comedian. So, LOL, you got me. I'm sorry I got you. Here, look, let's get it was channel points. You'll get those back in time. Just keep watching the show. But here, we'll try and we'll get a shart-like noise for you, just because I don't like anyone getting gypped. There you go. I think I think it was this one. No, I don't want to do that. Oh, wait, yep. Was it this one? Sorry, I have to log in to unlock the news story. Thanks for... Okay, let's get back to this. First up, cat ladies. Now, I
created Hint Water to...
I know, and thank you, Dear Butch and Small Egg Picker, for the consecutive 250 channel point donations. Thank you, everyone, for donating bits and subs to the channel. We appreciate all the support. We'll check the old PayPal, Venmo, Streamlabs things to make sure we're not missing any donations to the channel. Grow your YouTube subscriber with these tips. Oh, yeah, you got tips for growing YouTube subscribers. Cool.
I feel strangely
oh my God!
to its presence.
I very much appreciate the raid, Deathblow 1971, raiding the channel with 2 viewers. Thank you. Thank you. Again, let's just get over here so I have these open. Apologies, I should have done this earlier. It probably doesn't matter, and we're going, and yep, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And let's get the other one, and right there we are. And apologies for this being a minute. And we're good. And we're good. All right, so back to the story that I was talking about. Of course, it's in Canada. A pet lover in Canada owns Dexter, a cat who is part serval cat. I don't know what a serval cat is. and definitely out of the ordinary. So we're going to talk about this lady's pet feline. Now, I've dated a few cat ladies. Crazy is one thing you can use to describe them, but it's really, really weird with cat ladies is the cat is super protective of the lady. Small wildcat, says Death Blows. Oh. Small wildcat. Interesting. Thank you for that information. Thank you very, very much for that information. Death Blow 1971 saying that it is a small wildcat. That is just goddamn useful information. Now, the woman's pet feline is apparently now the size of an adult male bobcat. It's too big and crazy to be a house cat, though. Well, the boar you know. Exactly. So the pet cat is now the size of an adult male bobcat and weighs in at just over 24 pounds. Dexter is a F6 Savannah cat. He is 6 generations removed from a serval, a wild cat native to various regions of Africa. 7-year-old Dexter, weighing exactly 24.3 pounds, measures in at a whopping 89 centimeters or 35 inches and uses a storage bin as a litter box. Oh, isn't this just such a... Look at this cute little guy. Oh, isn't that an adorable little kitty? Look at that little kitty. I love that little kitty. That's a snuggly little kitty. The woman's pet cat is part Several, again, from Savannah. He's the size of an adult male bobcat, so big that he scares vets and uses dog toys. Where's the picture of him? There he is now. That's her carrying her cat. That cat could kill people. Stocky thickums, says Dead Jester. Okay. That cat, that is literally a guard cat. That cat could murder somebody quite easily. 24 isn't that big. Huge house cat will be around 20. Look, he's 24 pounds, but he is also, again, he's the size of a bobcat. I don't know. I'm part jealous and part scared. Because, again, that cat, if not declawed, can murder you. Alrighty, so, where are we at here? We did the thing with the stuff, uses a storage bin for a litter box. Dexter is so big, he can only play with dog toys and eat dog treats. Owner Lauren K. 34 was looking for an out-of-the-ordinary cat when she paid nearly $2,400 for Dexter to a breeder in 2016. Said Kay, a laser technician from West Lincoln in Ontario, Canada. I buy him dog toys because if I get him tiny cat toys, he'll just destroy them. She has bought him the biggest cat tower she could find, but says it's still way too small for him. You have to make one yourself. That's not an ordinary size cat. She added cat treats are too small for him as well. If the ingredients are all the same, which they often are, I buy him dog treats. The most difficult thing to size up for Dexter was his litter box, which Kay said she was never able to find. So instead, she's using a huge plastic crate. Litter boxes are just way too small, so I bought him a 30-gallon storage bin. The cat's size also sometimes strikes fear into bystanders during the cat's visits to the vet. The last time I encountered somebody being afraid of him was at the vet. They were a bit worried about how he would react. The pet owner spends close to $115 a month on the cat among toys, food, and vet bills. She noted a cat this size could do a lot of damage. He has the strength to do it. He would never do something like that, though. Oh, he would never do that. He's just a nice little kitty. He wouldn't eat people. Toastmaster saying, my cat is only 15 pounds, and he is intimidating to visitors. My cat's about 16, 17 pounds. He's a little heavy, and he's a big cat. He's a big house cat. People are like, whoa, that's a big fucking cat. And he's a little intimidating to people. fucking this thing is ginormous. She also feeds him carefully made mixes of meat. She uses he mostly eats raw ground chicken meat, specifically mixed for pet food. She also said if you were to try and make it yourself, you would probably get the minerals and nutrients wrong. It's a special mix of parts. So you've got to give them special mixes of chicken. Why don't you just set him loose to murder some birds? I mean, I'm sure he could kill that cat. This cat is fucking huge, man. I'm sure. Hey, Alucard. I'm sure that cat could murder a few people. That is a big... The one thing I've noticed about cats and their sizes, a 22 still puts them down, says 5W40 Motor Oil. That's hurtful. That is hurtful. I don't like harming cats. Shame on you. But either way, I'm saying if you don't know you need to be armed, and because here's the thing, a dog will come barking at you if it doesn't think you're supposed to be there and it wants to scare you off and it's ready to fight. Like a dog comes growling and barking at you. A cat, more often than not, if it decides to go after you, odds are good that it's doing it silent. And by the time you hear it growling or like it's already getting at you. Cats don't fuck around. Exactly, Deathblow. Cats don't fuck around, and that is a big fucking cat. All right? One of the most advantageous things about cats is that they're little destructive fur balls, but you can like hold them and be like, oh, isn't that cool? You want to do something about it, but you can't. The only thing they can really fuck up is your furniture and your house. And you don't regret that until after you get the cat. And then you're locked in. So, but yeah, the ability to fucking murder you is something most cats kind of have, but you think that thing is cool, though. That would bitch slap you. Yeah, this cat could take your jugular out in one good clean swipe and might even try to if it was actually into it. And no offense.
Not my bag. That's not a bag. That's my fucking coochie lips hanging out.
I am kind of jealous of the cat. I like cats, but wouldn't mind the pussy either. Alrighty. So that is a lady who has one big cat. I'd still shoot it. Well, you're a dick. You're a dick. Anyways, moving on. How much time we got? Hey, it's 4:21. We're a minute late, but we don't have any hype trains or anything happening today, so I don't think we have to save this for that. Do we even have a lighter? Oh, dear Lord. It's all gotten so fucking skewed. All right, so our next video here, we're going to go through this for a bit. It's 16 minutes long. I don't know how long I'm going to hang into this. I saw this the other day. I've known about this this subculture in this group, but this video fit be. What? Best to not be late with the food if that's your cat. Absolutely. Dude, a Siamese that size would be terrifying. Especially if he was playing the piano. Alrighty, so this video is a man explaining to a group of people about bronies breaking gender roles. And the reason I'm playing this video is I found this a while ago, or not a while ago, I found this a couple days ago. I hadn't seen it. It's like 8 years old or something like that. And I really feel like with where we're at now, this is where we end when we just openly embrace people having these weird little subgroups and we don't go, no, that's not okay. Because by saying, because by saying that, hey, you go ahead and be a brony, that's okay. By not going, hey, that's a little, like, no offense, man, just a little fucked up. I feel like if we could have put the brakes on it here, could have stopped it. But anyways, take it away. Again, your willingness to talk about being a brony, wearing this shirt in front of the class, looking like you do. Where do you get the confidence? he's down with the syndrome. I wasn't gonna say it. 5W40 motor oil. But where do you get the confidence? I'm impressed. Take it away.
What is a brony? A brony is essentially just somebody outside of the age group of the targeted audience who watches My Little Pony. It could be a boy, a girl. Some girls like to call themselves Pegasisters. That's a thing.
Oh, yes. Talk down about the Pegasisters. What a fucking douchey name. Some ladies like to refer to the sisters. Would be your mantra. The audacity. It's 2 seconds in, and I'm like, holy crap, I'm actually pissed off that you have the audacity. Some people call them Pegasisters, like whatever that is. So passe. Dude, you're a brony. Maybe don't levy judgments. I'm levying judgments, but I'm not a brony. I am strangely brony adjacent, or at least I was for about 2.5 years, and we'll get into that story in a minute, which is part of the reason why we're on this. That was weird. Now no audio. What? Don't tell me we did it again. Oh, now I gotta check again? Where's the... Come on. Did we lose the audio again? Yeah, refreshing didn't help. Twitch broke. Oh, God. Did we have an update on... Let's go over here. Let's go over... It's not saying there was a bitrate problem. Thus... Oh, wait. Never mind. Now it is. There was a bitrate hiccup. And... Yep, the audio seems to be broken on Twitch. Great. I am going to have to make a serious fucking phone call to Charter today. Let's see. This one, again, is off again. On again. Is off again. The YouTube audio is working. Let's Control C. Let's Control V. If you haven't joined the YouTube audience, please subscribe to the YouTube. We're trying to push that channel to open up. If nothing else, because when we do have these stupid hiccups, Twitch recovers really, really quickly. Or YouTube recovers really quickly. Twitch, not so much so. Sorry, don't do ScrewTube. Well, I'm sorry, Deathblow. Twitch is getting to be a hostile place, so we'll see how long we're on Twitch. But we'll see how that goes. The audio being fucked up, I can't fix. So just wait it out. The NSA doesn't like us making fun of bronies. Why does the NSA not like us making fun of bronies? Master Meatball pointing out the sound is good on Twitch. Yes, or on YouTube. The sound is good on YouTube. Unfortunately, on Twitch, it is not. And it still is not. It'll probably be another 10, 15 minutes to get that back. Damn it, the bitrate thing. Anyways, moving right along, back into what I was saying, the bronies video. You can't seriously be turning your nose at people as a brony. Jesse, we can't hear you. Yes, you have to go to YouTube where the audio works. The audio works on YouTube. Go there, wait it out. I didn't even spell out right, but there we go. Now we've posted the message so everybody can see it. Oh. We have an hour left in the show. It's been a difficult day for me. I've had some difficult times today with a couple of things. Just realizations, feelings, whatever. And so I've been having a difficult time. I've been trying not to dwell on it too much. And this happening doesn't really help. So we're going to finish what's in here and then let this guy talk about bronies for a minute. And then we're going to get into our good friend Tucker Carlson's latest post on Twitter. Take it away, Big Fat Brony.
The internet says, well, bronies, breaking gender roles. This is My Little Pony. Bronies, yes, they are.
Well, did you just slap the TV?
Not just My Little Pony. It could be a boy, a girl. Some girls like to call themselves Pegasisters. That's a thing, as the internet says. Well.
Yep, okay, he did. It's a touch screen. Could you be a little more gentle, please? Bronies breaking gender roles. Like I said, I feel like this is where it starts. I feel like someone should have told this guy, hey, start looking at tits. You're a guy. You're supposed to be through puberty by now. What the fuck is this shit? Again, the My Little Pony obsession. It weirds me out. It weirds me out, adult men obsessed with My Little Pony. All right? I had to watch a lot of My Little Pony because I have a small child who was obsessed with My Little Pony. Thank you for the 100 bits and the pride sticker, even though I don't know if anyone can even hear those. If you are as invidious as the front end for YouTube, you can give YouTube the middle finger while still enjoying the content. Okay. Ignis, just yell, I'm only a stay away. Can you hear me now? How about now? Can you hear me now? All right, we'll see. We'll see if that works. Bueller. Alrighty. So again, bronies breaking gender roles.
Bronies breaking gender roles. This is My Little Pony. Bronies, yes, they are very fun. You should meet them. You should talk to them.
No, you shouldn't. No, you shouldn't. Bronies are a red flag, okay? Look, here's why bronies are a red flag. My Little Pony is a very, very clean, lighthearted, innocent show. And the reason it is that way is because if you put any adult thoughts into it or any adult interpretations into it, you sully it. And the proof of that is in a movie that came out afterwards. Anyhow, so little kids, however, will get very, very interested in the world and the lore, and it's fun for them. Hooray. Toastmaster, so is Pride Month just a gay thing, or is it just celebrate? Oh. I mean, kind of. Check his hard drive. I mean, this was 8 years ago, but yeah, check his hard drive. Bronies. Fucking bronies.
They're not creepy at all. Okay, some of them are. But we're not talking.
Hey, that's really funny. They're not creepy at all. Okay, some of them are. Yeah. Oh, come on. Like, you never wanted to nibble Applejack's wild oats. Oh, God, no. Don't do that. Don't do that. Look, here's the problem, okay? I found out about bronies not because of, like most people, because of, what's his name? Howard Stern, who did a big thing about bronies. I found out about bronies after my daughter got into My Little Pony. I did a little web searching on My Little Pony, and I found out about bronies. And I did what you shouldn't do in a web search. I went down the brony rabbit hole, and the brony rabbit hole leads to pony porn. Really messed up, really gross, really f***ed up pony porn, which is why I'm saying My Little Bronies have to stop. Because that's where it begins. The weird shit happens from My Little Bronies. Yeah, we can't get the sound back. Balls, if you want to inform people that the sound is being screwy because the bit rate took a dip for a minute and it'll fix itself later, I'd appreciate that. I'm having too much fun on the rant because, quite frankly, like I said, I cannot unsee or unlearn the information that I learned about My Little Ponies, bronies, and where it leads. And it's wrong, and we should not allow it. And the one thing I am so glad of is that my daughter grew out of her My Little Pony phase. I did not encourage it. I did not discourage it. I let it pass, and I am so glad it's gone. Thank God she moved on to Bluey and other stuff, and I will never, ever look into the internet ever again on what happens to people that are big fans of children's shows. Preston0623 saying hello. You might not be able to hear because the audio is a little fucked up. In fact, right now, my explanation is coming across what some could consider as deaf ears. But yeah, the YouTube there totally working for the audio. All right, so Brony's speech, take it away.
The history of the show is actually back into like really far away, like old.
Like really far away, like old. I'm a huge Brony, and I'm a huge fan of My Little Ponies, but I don't know some basic stuff about it. I did put together this this really quick presentation on Bronies and their gender roles. Do you have a section called Generation 4, the revival of the ponies?
Generation 1, the original. Generation 2, it introduced gender roles really badly.
It introduced gender roles really badly. They started having this weird idea, what if there were girl and boy ponies, and that explains where the ponies come from. I don't really like it. I kind of like it if there weren't any gender roles and you could just F whatever pony you want. Whoa, dude!
Generation 3, it crashed the whole franchise, and then Generation 4 actually saved a company called Hasbro. They make a bunch of toys and TV shows. All of you girls in here probably who've played with My Little Pony have probably played with Generation.
He's doing the nerd thing where he's getting boring about the details. That poor hunchback kid, all grown up, thought you died. Nice. Oh, look. I'm just saying, man. I get that you need to do a presentation, but you know, jazz it up a little bit, a little pizzazz. This like, Generation 1, and then it like saved a whole company in decline, and like a lot of you girls were probably like, you're not helping any of this, man. You gotta have some energy. Like, yeah, man, it is really crazy. The story of the My Little Pony franchise, you wouldn't believe it. Generation 1, when it originally came out, and we're going to make up a date because I don't know when My Little Pony was originally created, but unlike you, I would have at least looked that up before I did this presentation. So My Little Pony was created back in the late 78, 80s era. And My Little Pony first came out then. It was a huge success. Hasbro launched it as a female counterpart to their Transformers stuff, because, you know, the Optimus Prime, the robots were a boy toy, so the ponies were a girl toy. And they needed a story, so My Little Ponies was born. And that would be good enough on its own. But then Generation 2 comes around, and they start playing with gender roles. They start really kind of exploring their universe, which led to Generation 3. Now, Generation 3 is kind of the downfall of the franchise. Now, they played with too much, pardon the pun, they played with too many ideas. They got a little fast and loose with the ponies, and things got out of control. So that had a very dire circumstance until Generation 4 comes around. And Generation 4 came and really not only revitalized the My Little Pony franchise, helped save a company in decline being Hasbro, which is now really kind of coming back strong. Thank God, My Little Ponies. I'll admit that presentation I gave was still horribly bad. But it had all of your facts. It had more energy. Oh my God. I'm about to tap out of this, and I'm only a minute in. You made your entire class put up for 16, almost 17 minutes of this dribble.
3 toys, and I'm sorry for you.
Oh, I'm sorry for you. You played with the Generation 1 through Generation 3 toys, and I'm sorry for... Oh, Are you simping for their pony toys? Oh, the audience is literally just being quiet because respectful is all they're allowed to be.
Question 1. As you see, there are little pretty pink ponies here. It actually started in 1982. It was...
Oh, so you did know when it started. The same year I was born. Holy shit. I'm a pony person. It started in 1982. So the earlier part of your speech, you couldn't remember when it started. Hasbro Interactive. No, Hasbro. I have no idea if they had an interactive thing, but either way.
The style of the show was fantasy and adventure. Believe it or not, it actually had some really cool bad guys. This right here, Tyrek.
All right, so this isn't even covering the whole screen. I don't want to watch you go through the bad guys. Let's see. Oh, wait. Did I just see a hand raise? We take questions from the audience? F yes.
The show. It was actually co-created by Lauren Faust, who, if you have actually seen, raise your hand if you've seen Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, Powerpuff Girls.
Okay, so now you're talking about a whole bunch of shows that a man of your age saying he's a huge fan of. For me, again, giant fucking red flag. Deathblow saying mental illness comes in so many flavors these days. Dude, and this was years ago. Like I'm saying, I feel like this was the warning that we needed to clamp down on this shit, and we didn't get it, and now it's all gone wrong. And Ignatz, again, referring to the year of my birth as the year of the pony. Oh, the hand stayed raised. Did he have a question?
They made it so the kids would enjoy the fun little snippets of adventure and good...
Everybody's moving on. I don't know if this is at the end of the class, but everybody's like literally packing their bags and clamoring, dude. I remember when I went to college, they threatened to expel us if we upset the autistic kid. Look, I know, but Aaron's a very difficult guy.
Morals, and then the parents...
Holy shit! Fat Aaron with a beard. No, never mind. Beard, not Aaron.
Enjoy some of the... Sorry, I'm thinking of a word. Reference.
You didn't... Oh. You should have Alex Stein on, says Ross Dog's Broken Spirit. I don't think Alex Stein would come on this show between the time that it airs, the fact that it's a very small show, and other than my association with the Steel Toe Show, I don't think he's even aware I exist. So, yeah. Don't think so. Thanks for that random point. I think I have a sound drop for that. But that makes the point that I'm going to make now. We don't need to do any more brony. You, sir, oh my God, sad. I am so sorry. Oh God. Thank you. This video, which has 34,000 views, this video was released by this person. Guys, Meta Fluffy Games, the maker of the Brony video, has made other videos. We're gonna have to look at a few. Oh my God. And he's got views like I do on my YouTube channel. That makes me feel bad. Cat does flip number 1. No. How to drink bagged milk. Halo 3 Game Fuel opened 15 years later. Here's what it tastes like. That seems like gross shit. Oh, Jesus. Alrighty, I'm still surprised Aaron got him on. Well, thank you, Wilmer Autotech, for the 50 bits. Angry Saxon, the reason, hot the like and subscribe buttons. Yeah, Fallen, definitely do those things. Aaron got him on because Aaron made comments about him that he got critical of, and then he went after April, and April told him to talk to Aaron, and they just kind of worked everything out. It just kind of happened. Why is Twitch being so shitty, says Fanatical Bucks fan. Well, Fanatical Bucks fan, the reason Twitch is being shitty is probably something to do with the fact, and let us double check, we've had some bitrate issues, and let me guess, did we have one recently? No, bitrate still says good. And let me guess, did we have one Yep, audio is good on Twitch, so we're back on that. We're going to call it good. Again, back to this dude who did the Brony videos. I got to see, so if you remember, the Brony video we showed you was from 8 years ago. It's had 34,000 views. Let's check in on a video that he did 3 weeks ago. Oop. Here we go.
Hey, everybody. We have right here a very wonderful taste test.
I'm glad to see that I was wrong to think he was fat and he just needed time to grow into his body. Do I make you brony, baby? Do I make you brownie, baby? Do I make you brownie?
2000, you said 2000.
I think 2005 was when Halo 3 came out.
2005.
Corey had trouble with Twitch today also. Yes, Twitch can be a wee bit shitty. Twitch can be a wee bit shitty. But that is why we have the YouTube and the Rumble, to keep avenues of communication open for the sake of the people. I have no idea why I had to do a Scottish accent for that. It just felt right. And I decided not to fight it. Anyhow, back to this dude who, again, dude, you, Oh, Rumble. What's the Rumble, Addy? I will throw that up there, too. Let's go ahead and do that as well. The Rumble channel, we keep running simultaneously. We keep the chat up on the screen, though we do not have the chat on this screen. I read it if I see it. I check over to keep an eye on it. Let's get back over to this guy's video. I got to, again... let's go back a second. If you remembered the person we saw before, that's where we ended up.
Hey, everybody. We have right here a very wonderful taste test from 2000. You said 2000.
I think 2005 was when Halo 3 came out.
2005.
I love that you didn't bother to improve your video presentation skills at all. Because, again, you could have just looked up when it came out before this began. Now, also, I'd like to point out the chin strap beard not really helping to frame the face when there is so much neck below the beard. Puss Smasher 69. Oh, this is why buying bulk, this is why bullying is okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Expired.
Also, do you have to film? I don't know why the door is open, but it looks like the shelves are kind of bare. Could you have thought about your background at all?
On February 11th, 2008.
Okay, so it did not come out in 2000.
It expired on February 11th of 2008. A can of soda that expired on February 11th, 2008. By the way, I know you really thought about all this beforehand, and that seemed to be the most dramatic bit of it. You could have looked all of that up. 5 seconds of prep work. That's it. 5 seconds of prep work. That's all I'm asking for. Jesus, man.
2005, my memory's wrong. Anyway, this thing has been unopened for a long time. I just so happened to take a look at it, and the seal was bursting. So
this thing has been unopened for a long time, and I just happened to take a look at it, and the seal was bursting. So you know what that means? Now it's time to drink it. I'm one of those people who thinks, you know what? I'm going to collect soda and hold on to full cans until it's too late to drink them, and then for fun, I'm going to commit the experiment of what happens when I swallow this.
I said, well, crap.
We're going to pour this in, and I'm going to try it because I don't have any regard for my health.
Really? You don't have any regard for your health? I'd never get that from looking at you. I would never get that you have no regard for your health. I feel like this is a joke, but feel free to link to the story. K Fallen saying, holy shit, Johnny, you'll never believe this. One of those pegs you're talking about before made it all the way to Clearwater. Oh, it's just a fat bitch. Yep, that's what I thought. You get the riff for that as opposed to the rim shot. All right, so, yeah, based on the presentation I'm getting here, the lip burn, I don't know. Please tell me that isn't herp lip. Please tell me you do not have herp lip. At any rate, the unkempt, really long hair, the extremely wide goiter and neck beard. Yeah, I see you as someone who really treats their body like a temple.
And I am spurned extra by the fact that this smells just like Gamer Fuel did back then.
It smells 1 for 1 exactly the same. It's that.
It smells 1 for 1 exactly the same, kind of like that this can has been a a time capsule with soda in it. Why are you guys so excited to drink extremely old soda? I mean, look at your face. I love once again, I have to say, I love the amount of confidence and commitment. He got the herp lip from his dad. Oh, no, not another one. Yay, or yeah, bachelorism. Or bachelism? Anyways, so again, dude, you it smells the way it did all the time. Oh, I see. That cupboard has a curtain door. He looks mid-transition. Which way, though? Which way, Fallen? Kept the mayo because I was going to pop the top and toss it into a Chinese restaurant I had beef with. What? Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. All right, now back to this here.
Citrus cherry smell when this Gamer Fuel first came out.
It still has the fizz.
Still has the fizz. Still has its color. It doesn't look any different at all.
Why wouldn't you put a shirt on? Why? Why would you go, you know what? We're going to do this video, and I want to look even more like a unkempt, degenerate living out of his mom's basement, which I don't think you are. I think you two are roommates living together. Maybe you're brony bros. Oh, God, they're brony bros.
Me that I am shirtless and it's hot as hell in my house right now.
I'm always.
Oh, excuse me that I'm shirtless. It's hot as hell in my house right now. Could you guys do anything to try and, I don't know, prep in advance? I get it. It's warm. Wow, so much better quality than Twitch. Well, John Mahler, you're welcome. Enjoy the live chat and the Rumble. Other guy wearing a sweatshirt. Yeah, because, it's so slimming.
Shirtless. Except now. So we're going to... I should have let it hit the tongue a little bit lighter, but oh my God, that is great. You sure you don't want to...
I didn't have much of a taste for this stuff when it first came out a long time ago. That tastes exactly the same. Holy crap.
Yeah.
So you're drinking a soda long after it's expired and it tastes exactly the same. What a chud. You really shouldn't be filming in this apartment. I feel like I'm seeing two people in an apartment that that might have sold drugs at one point in time. Look, I'm just saying, and this is from a couple weeks ago. Everything about this presentation is bad. This camera is entirely too close in on you, sir. That's all I'm going to say about that. It's too close in on you. Take us back a bit. Give us time to breathe it all in, which I don't think we want to do, because from the little bits I've seen about this place, it doesn't look very, very clean. It doesn't look very well put together. Quite frankly, I would expect anyone to say the same thing about my apartment if I did my whole show and you just looked around like, oh, dude, I don't know if I want to hang out there. That guy looks like a lazy slob. Like, okay, all right, fair. But if you are a gamer, or in this case, just a big fat lazy slob, fucking dude, just find a clean corner. I don't know. You found a can and you suddenly thought, hey, let's do a crazy live reaction video. All right. It doesn't take that long to go, all right, so what are we doing? It's on this. When was the can made? When did it expire? All right, we got this information, that information. You write down those few facts like on a cue card, and you maybe kind of plan out where you're going to, a little bit of prep work, my friend. Just coming at it all lackadaisical like this really sucks the fun out of it, especially when the payoff is, and you know what? It tastes exactly fine. Tastes the same as it used to. I'm a big fat piece of shit who loves drinking Mountain Dew, and I'll drink this too. Angry Saxon saying could be worse. He's probably commando. I don't even want to think about that. Johnny, can you ask this giant worm to hand over Han Solo and Princess Leia?
So, the preservatives in Mountain Dew are a truly wonderful thing.
Here's to you.
Truly wonderful thing. Dude, you're drinking a fluid that expired in 2008. So it's just under 2 decades past expiration. If the preservatives are keeping that together, you shouldn't be drinking that. Look, there's a very simple rule when it comes to food. If it can't be broken down by nature, how is your gut supposed to handle it? And as I can tell from this picture, it doesn't look like it's going well.
Halo 3, Chief.
Cheers.
Still keeping the can.
Mm-hmm.
Still keeping the can. Mm-hmm. But just, keep on drinking it. Why is it... Do you live in a restaurant? What's with the baskets? Oh, my God. Simpsons comic book guy.
I wouldn't drink too much of that just in case you do get sick. I mean, this is over 10 years old.
If I get sick, I get sick.
If I get sick, I get sick. I'm willing to die for my craft. Look, I get it. Brendan Fraser got a little too deep when he did The Whale.
I'm drinking this. This is delicious. Oh.
Yeah, you look like someone who makes a lot of really good health decisions. I'm drinking this. This is delicious. Oh, God.
Oh, my little goblin brain is happy.
You know you're gonna have to post an update in 12 hours if you do get sick or not. Diarrhea or vomiting or just upset stomach.
Oh yeah, just update. Pooping my pants out, just like nobody's business.
I am shocked at how well this thing held up. I just so happened to take a look at it and said to my...
I'm sorry. I didn't realize where this was going to take us. And I feel bad for what I've done to us all. I did not realize the power I had. Holy God. Drinking antifreeze helps keep you warm during the winter season, says St. Aran. I don't know about drinking antifreeze keeping you warm, but I wouldn't be so ecstatic about drinking really, really expired soda. And I wouldn't share this online.
My buddy, hey, take a look at this. I'm like, oh crap, the seal's busted on it, soda's leaking out.
Oh, wait a minute. So you're showing it to your buddy, and I'm like, hey, take a look at this. Oh my God, that's a mirror. So I'm seeing what's behind him. That's some sort of sink? Like a kitchen? Where the are you? This looks like, this is your home? This looks like an incredibly unkempt home. And your buddy, so I'm guessing you don't live here, sir. Again.
Like when we opened it up, it still popped like it was a fresh can.
Oh my God, can you believe it? It still popped like it was a fresh can. There was carbonized pressure inside the can and it stayed there. 20-year-old Mountain Dew is just Coors Light. No, 20-year-old Mountain Dew is not Coors Light. 20-year-old Mountain Dew is non-alcoholic Coors Light.
Poured it and it fizzed up at the top. Like you literally couldn't tell that this can was over a decade old.
Is there any more?
You couldn't tell this can was a decade old. Holy shit, the drink only lasts you a minute. You just couldn't help but pour it all down your gullet.
Yeah, there's about half the can left.
Did you want any?
No, go ahead. Here, let's just make sure if it's in frame, yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, make sure it's in frame. We don't want to ruin this amazing production. You know, make sure it's in frame. Get all of the background because we have fucking gangbuster content here.
I'll rotate. Pour that puppy in.
I'll rotate it. Don't rotate it. Oh my God, it's so much worse. I'm seeing Q-tips. I'm seeing daily Desitin? Daily something. This is... So what's alcoholic Mountain Dew? What is the name of the alcoholic Mountain Dew? What do they call that shit? Is there a name for the... Is it just hard Mountain Dew? I don't remember. But there's a name for it. You get actual alcoholic Mountain Dew. You can get it at the liquor store. It's probably gross. Toilet water. I mean, that's at Bud Light.
See how it fizzes up still like fresh?
Yeah, because it's still carbonated. Great. It's not flat. That doesn't mean drinking it was good even when it came out. See how it fizzes up like it's still fresh? See how the golden amber color just kind of looks like a slightly dehydrated piss? Like, you know, like when it comes out when you've been drinking all night long and you just kind of just fill a fucking...
That is Dew.
Mountain Dew.
They made it orange to look kind of like his helmet. Again, you are breathing heavy from holding a can.
Knows how to make a long-lasting drink.
And I'm happy my...
Knows how to make a long-lasting drink. But it won't last too long with me, because, you know, I downed half a can of it in under a minute.
Elementary school brain kid was able to take care of this thing for so long.
I wouldn't brag about that. Elementary school brain kid was able to take care of this thing for so long. Awesome. Cool. You've held on to it for a really... Desitin is for diaper rash. I don't know what's scarier about that. The idea that those guys, that one of those people has a kid, or that they need a diaper rash cream. Isn't that for babies? Yeah, I hope not. I hope not. Katana. Hey, how's Hump Date treating everyone? It got really, really bad. Which one smells like urine? Probably the Mountain Dew, but definitely the Desitin. What the fuck is wrong with these guys? I have no idea, but I definitely would not have filmed this in the...
I really hope.
Oh, yeah. Take a big gulp. Get it all in there. Baby's hungry. Baby's hungry. Frozen mid-sentence. What? Oh, the stream's back up. God damn it, this is... Oh. That looks fine on there, but let's renew this. It'll probably tell me we had a bit rate spike. Yep, now we're back to normal. Let's see if Johnny died. Nope, the audio's gone. Johnny died. No, Twitch is being a bitch. No, Twitch is being a problem. All right. No sound. Yeah, I can't fix that. Okay, I can't fix that. All right. His thighs are rubbing bad. Oh, I hope not. I hope his thighs aren't rubbing really badly. Let's go ahead and go to here. And let's reload this because this hiccuped for a minute. Let's see if the audio's fine because this hiccuped for. Yep, the audio's working over there, and we're live here. I hope his thighs aren't rubbing really badly. All right, so we're good there. Everything's working everywhere else. No sound. No sound. Yeah, just keep telling me. Go to YouTube. Anyways, so unplug and plug it back in. Yeah, it's good on YouTube. Go to YouTube or Rumble. It's good on those two. Now get out, I'm biting. Alrighty. Do we look like the two? Oh no. Did you see all the red 40 and yellow dyes? Yes, that stuff also didn't break down, which is, again, why you don't want to put it in your body. Might just have to... I wish I could just... You know what? I might just go over and close the fucking Twitch stream. Because I'm just not enjoying anything about it right now. All right, so we had a thing about Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson on Twitter. He recently came out with a new 13-minute video. We have 30 minutes left in the show, so let's go through this for a little bit. And then, yeah, we'll see what happens. Whatevs. How do I flip this over? First his legs, now his legs. Fuck them. Whatever. Do whatever you want.
Arrested Donald Trump this afternoon. They had him arraigned and fingerprinted in a Miami courthouse like the accused felon he now technically is. These were the first steps in a process that is designed to put Donald Trump behind bars for the rest of his life. Cable news carried every moment of it live. It's unprecedented, they told us, with what looked like shock. But they weren't shocked. They knew this was coming. Everyone who's paid attention knew it was. What just happened was always going to happen. It's been inevitable since February 16th, 2016. That's the day Donald Trump made a blood enemy of the largest and most powerful organization in human history, which would be the federal government. Despite what you may remember, it wasn't anything that Trump had said about immigration or trade with China or rapists from Mexico. Those are the stories that dominated the headlines that year. Trump's a racist, they screamed. Stop him! But inside Washington, that was just noise. None of it really rated. Identity politics doesn't mean much to permanent Washington. What matters, then and now, is foreign policy. The invasions and occupations and proxy wars. The decision.
Yeah, the things that Trump is actually against. One of the things I actually like about Donald Trump is, like, I don't want to be involved in this shit. We don't want to be doing this stuff. This isn't putting America as a priority. This is putting these people as a priority. Fuck these people. And I was all for that. Which, now that he words it this way, I didn't even think about that. I just really thought they were just going after their political rival. But now pointing out that his attitude towards foreign policy makes a lot of sense, honestly. Makes a lot of sense.
Decisions that determine which global populations will thrive and which will die. The policies that come with trillion-dollar price tags. The ones that, over time, have made the counties around D.C. the richest suburbs in the world. In Washington, that's what actually matters. And it's obvious when you look carefully. When there's a debate about anything else, for example, the debt ceiling, both sides take their assigned positions and they start yelling. But when Congress decides to start a war, no matter how foolish or counterproductive or obviously disconnected from America's core interests that war may be, when that happens, the leaders of both parties automatically jump behind it like circus clowns. And then they stay there. Sometimes for decades.
Tucker.
They defend that war relentlessly.
Easy. Are you calling our political process and the people in it clowns? How could you say that? Grandpa Joe... Oh, shit, he can't handle stairs. Yeah, never mind, right, where it's a fucking clown show. You're absolutely right. Keep going.
Somebody finally rings the all-clear bell, and they can begin to admit that actually, maybe it wasn't such a great idea. We meant well, but it just didn't work out. The good news is we've learned a lot of important lessons. In the end, they usually do say something like that, but only after emotions have cooled and the damning details have begun to fade from collective memory. It's an apology that's not actually an apology, much less repentance, and it's years too late to matter in any case. But until then, that's all you're getting. Until then, no dissent is allowed. That's the first rule of Washington. But somehow Trump didn't bother to follow it. He is from out of town, so maybe he didn't know it was a rule, or maybe he just didn't care. Either way, 7.5 years later, we can point to the precise moment that permanent Washington decided to send Donald Trump to prison. Here it is. It's from the Republican candidates debate in Greenville, South Carolina.
We should have never been in Iraq. We have destabilized the Middle East. They lied. They said there were weapons of mass destruction. There were none, and they knew there were none. There were no weapons of mass destruction.
All right. We should never...
Uh-oh. I didn't even remember that. Thank you, Tucker. Yeah, if he actually believes that and he's not saying it just to get attention, yeah, that's a how about you go down a road in Texas without in a car with no roof. That's yeah.
Never have been in Iraq, Trump said. We destabilized the Middle East. Now, by the time Trump said that, a lot of Republican primary voters were starting to reach the same conclusion. How could they not? But it was the next line that doomed Trump to today's arrest. They lied, he said. There were no weapons of mass destruction, and they knew there were none. Now, when he said that, a few in the crowd booed. Most just sat there in silence, stunned. Can he say that? Well, he said it anyway. And by saying that, he sealed his fate. That was the one thing you were not allowed to say, because it implicated too many people on both sides, which on this topic is really just one side. Hillary Clinton was guilty of it, but so was Paul Ryan. All of them were guilty. They all knew, they all lied. And to a person, they hated Donald Trump for exposing them. After that, it was pretty clear that even if he did get elected president, Trump was going to have a very hard time controlling the federal government he was supposed to be in charge of. Most of permanent Washington decided that thwarting Trump was the single most important mission in their lives.
Yeah, but no offense, the Republicans did kind of the same thing with Obama. They did back down a lot more than they did with Trump because Obama had the backing of the people so much. But I will say that was the fucking marching orders of the Republican Party during the Obama administration. So to see that happen during the Democratic administration, and I think the general perception, as far as I remember it, the perception was the Republicans were Trump's bitch, and they were forced to kind of do whatever he wanted, and the Democrats were just, oh, we got to stop him. But again, the overall issue being, as I've been saying all day, if Biden's bad, then this guy, or if Trump is bad, then Biden's worse. So let's not, But anyways, we've got another 15 minutes. Let's keep going with Tucker's thing for a little bit here. Take it away, Tuck.
Everything depended on it. Many of them said so publicly, but others didn't say so publicly. In fact, the stealthier ones took another path. They ran toward Trump, not away from him. They sucked up to him. They ingratiated themselves with the man they intuitively understood was susceptible to flattery, which Trump is. And they did this in order to subvert his new administration from the inside. There were a number of these, and you could spot them immediately. They were flatterers. Invariably, the ones who flattered Trump the most hated him the most and disagreed the most strongly with his views. You saw them in the hallways of the White House and at press conferences. They were there slobbering over their boss with elaborate self-abasement, as if they were addressing a monarch or a god. It was a scene from the Ottoman court. It was filthy and decadent, and it was false. Mike Pence, Nikki Haley, Mike Pompeo, Lindsey Graham in the Congress. They all called Trump a visionary genius up until the moment he lost power. And then they unsheathed their real agenda, as always the neocon war agenda, and they piled on with maximum force.
All right. I really wish we could do slightly longer shows here, man, because I'd like you to go into this one a little bit more in depth. This is fucking crazy. The viewership has just taken a hit a bunch from the show, tanking on Twitch. So I don't know how. Do we want to keep going through this? I mean, today's been a day. Today's been a day. Alrighty, let's go look at this really quick and update that. I'm sure that looks like shit. Nope, the bit rate's been good for the last little bit. Okay. Let's see if the audio is still working on Twitch. Audio still is not working on Twitch. Great. Love that. All right. So we'll just finish this up for everybody else being here. We'll go through the rest of Tucker's video, and thank you for putting up with the show today, everyone. Thank you very much.
Here's Mike Pompeo, for example, on Fox News this morning.
President Trump had classified documents where he shouldn't have had them, and then when given the opportunity to return them, he chose not to do that for whatever reason. Was somebody?
Yeah, as far as I know, he did return them under every circumstance. But more importantly, if that's bad, Biden's worse. I get it that I don't get to have a real say in this, and that, but it's just. Things I can't say on a stream.
Identifies that, you got to turn them in. And so that's inconsistent with protecting America's soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines. And if the
and how is selling our country to Ukraine and China, you fucking chud?
Allegations are true. Some of these were pretty serious, important documents. And so that's wrong.
May future historians hoping to unlock the mysteries of late Empire Washington study that clip, because it will reveal everything. That very same Mike Pompeo, the one who's sneering at Donald Trump on TV this morning, that guy served Donald Trump as both CIA director and as Secretary of State. Those are the two most powerful jobs in the federal government. And as he worked in those jobs, Pompeo promised, in fact, he swore, to support the president's agenda. Why? Because that's the way a democracy works. You vote for a candidate in the belief that his appointees will carry out the policies that you voted for. It's not about the president, it's about you, the voter. But Pompeo didn't do that. He didn't even try to do that. In fact, he undermined Trump's often stated commitment to peace and non-intervention abroad at every turn. His every waking hour was devoted to fomenting war in some faraway foreign country or other. Iran, Syria, Russia, North Korea, the list goes on. But rather than telling Trump that he disagreed with his ideas, as a man would, Pompeo toadied up to Trump, a man he despised, in the oiliest, most over-the-top way imaginable. Ask anyone who worked in that White House at the time. Who is the appointee most likely to tell Donald Trump on a daily basis that he was handsome, virile, sleek, and powerful? Mike Pompeo. That will be the consensus answer. Those of us who saw firsthand Pompeo's relentless kowtowing will never forget it. It was indelibly repulsive. No one with self-respect could do something like that. But Mike Pompeo did it effortlessly, with relish and...
I mean... Well, he's saying no one with self-respect. I guess I was about to say, no one I can think of, though, what I was about to mention would be someone I'd list with... All right, yeah. Doing the math. No, it makes sense. Makes sense. Yep, nope.
Verve. Now, this same...
I love that word. You got style. You got class. You got verb. You got those. I like those on a woman. Love the word verve.
Person is telling Fox News viewers that he fears for the safety of our military, our soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines, in the approved phrase, because Donald Trump took some classified documents home and didn't immediately return them to the National Archives? What a lie that is. Mike Pompeo knows that's a lie. He spent his entire life in Washington. Washington is a city where internal memos about Labor Day are classified because everything is classified. Your government has classified more than 1 billion federal documents, most of them boring and pointless and a danger to no one, and locked them away in secret where you can't see them because you may be an American citizen, but not really, and therefore you don't have the necessary clearances to know what's going on. And by the way, none of this is done in order to make America safer, any more than COVID restrictions were designed to keep you healthy.
All right. Johnny makes me feel adjective. Holy shit, I just saw a Bigfoot behind Johnny. What? Oh, it's Tucker. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's Tucker Carlson. Sorry. Look, I'm going to be honest here. I don't know if I believe Tucker or not. But with what he's saying and the audience size he's saying it to, they got to come after him, right? Somehow. They got to shut him down somehow. They're going to have to find a way. I will be surprised from here on out every week that Tucker releases one of his little weekly videos. Solely because whether he's saying truth or not, if you believe what he's saying, and I feel like I kind of do, you really wouldn't like either party. And right now, in particular, I feel like the government might not want someone like him doing what he's doing. And that's the beautiful part of this troll. He's technically doing this on his own. But, like I said, I'm legit. His Twitter content is low budget as fuck, though. Yeah. Because he's not putting a whole lot of money into it. He's doing it quintessentially for whatever money they're paying him from Fox. Low budget or not, people are watching it, which is kind of the thing that I'm saying. He's part of the establishment. His show is just part of the theater production that our government is. Toastmaster watched all 3 channels today. All 3 channels of what? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But yeah, his content might be low budget, but like I said, his message is getting out there to people, and his message is to not really care for either side of the government, and he's kind of siding with Trump over some of this stuff. So I don't know, man, as far as he's part of the establishment and part of the theater. I mean, part of the theater, the only thing he's not doing where I would go, okay, part of the theater, is he's not calling out Biden and how corrupt the administration is and how that administration needs to be held to account for it. But I don't know, maybe I'm a gullible motherfucker, so I'm entirely willing to believe that, you know, I'm just one of the sheep falling for the shit. But Elon Musk already said he wants people from all political spectrums on Twitter, so it will be interesting to see if more content comes to Twitter. I'm surprised that Don Lemon has not reached out to Elon Musk and been like, hey, man, let's talk about me doing something on Twitter. The only one who's going with Twitter and it didn't really work out was DeSantis. That's the only one. But Tucker Carlson's made it work pretty well with these little short 10-minute, 13 in this case, videos. And then, like I said, Don Lemon, I feel like you should be talk to Elon Musk and be like, hey, dude, let's talk. Although with how you left CNN, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe he already did, and Elon Musk is just like, no, I'm not going to do it.
Caste system. That's the point. And you're the untouchable in this hierarchy. Mike Pompeo knows that. Everybody who works in Washington knows that. How many secret documents do you think Dick Cheney took home with him while he was running the Iraq War? How many did his wife read? She never had a clearance. We'll never know the answer because there is no chance Dick Cheney will ever be investigated or his staffers will be told to wear wires in his presence. He will never be indicted for this. Of course not. Dick Cheney is a neocon. Donald Trump is not. Dick Cheney supports war with Russia. Trump does not. That's the difference. The rest is just a distraction. The prosecution of Donald Trump is transparently political. He's literally Joe Biden's main political opponent. He's polling
like YouTube React videos in 2013, just different political people bopping heads back and forth. LOL would be cool. You talking about Twitter, Egg Picker? I mean, it could be cool. It could be crazy. I just thought about what Don Lemon might do untethered. But, yeah, I mean, it could be really, really good. We'll see. But more, as I was saying with this, though, I don't know if he's just being part of the noise. Because part of the noise would make me think he'd pick a side, you know? And other than siding with Trump, he's not picking a side. And all he's saying is, when siding with Trump, is that the people around Trump that pretended to support him didn't actually support him. They kind of undermined him. And I'm looking at how things turned out. It doesn't seem like he's wrong. Even Mike Pence has been pretty much... That's true, though. Yep, I think so.
over 60% among Republican voters right now. So Joe Biden is doing what no president has ever dared to do. He's using law enforcement to lock up his chief rival. That's happening right now. Anyone who denies it's happening is lying to you. But actually, it's worse than that. Trump's prosecution isn't just political, it's ideological. Nobody with Trump's views is allowed to have power in this country. Criticize our wars and you're disqualified. If you keep it up, we'll send you to prison. That's the message Washington is sending.
Well, dude, you gotta admit it's a better message than the one they gave Kennedy. Or at least they've certainly delivered found a much nicer way to deliver the message than they did with old Look, John, we got a point that we have to make. It's number one with a bullet.
Not just the Democratic Party is sending, but both parties are sending. Like so many Republicans, for example, the supposedly conservative governor of Texas, Greg Abbott, spent yesterday totally ignoring the destruction of the American justice system. Instead, he signed a highly important bill called the Crown Act, which, according to the celebratory tweet Abbott sent commemorating it, will, quote, prohibit discrimination based on textures and hairstyles historically associated with race. In other words, in Texas, cornrows are now protected by law. Having unapproved views about Ukraine is not. That's fine with most elected Republicans. They find Trump tiresome and embarrassing. Their donors hate him. They will not be sad if he dies in jail. But what about voters? What are they learning from this spectacle? Well, mostly they're learning that they have no power at all because nobody cares about them. But they already knew that.
No, they
Unlike
didn't.
so many of our elected leaders.
No. Plenty of voters think they have power. Especially, and I don't normally do the left-right thing, but particularly on the left, the voters think they have power. The voters think, oh, I voted for you, so you have to do what I say. And on the left, they very much kowtow to those people in a bunch of ways. So, yeah. Remember the good old days when Trump supporters were saying Biden's going to get arrested? Those were the days. I want Biden to get arrested so bad. I do. I wanted Santos arrested. I want Biden arrested. I didn't want Trump arrested or indicted. But if he's going to get indicted and arrested and prosecuted, I want fucking Biden indicted and arrested and prosecuted. Because one thing I can say right now as a citizen who's been watching this stuff, Biden's committed the same crimes as Trump has, okay? Biden's committed the same crimes as Trump has. Oh, I didn't remember I had these. Sure you didn't. And in my opinion, Biden's committed worse crimes because at least Trump had some decent security around his shit. And Biden's been doing it for longer. So once again, I'm back to the basic point on this with the Trump stuff. It's not that I give a shit about Trump. It's that I'm saying, no, if you have a pair of working eyes, the current administration is as bad, or it isn't even as bad. The current administration is worse than anything Donald Trump has done or being charged with. So it's like, that's the thing. All right. Now, if we had never done anything with George Santos, I'd say you should get Santos before Trump. They already went after Santos. All right, fine. So you're going after Santos. Can we go after Biden now? That's what I've been saying for a while. I know I'm speaking to, an echo chamber in that regard. But, yeah, I'm glad that Tucker's saying something about it. How much of this is left? He's got 3 minutes left. I'm going to let him kind of finish his bit since I've been airing this on here. I'm sure he's fine with this, hopefully. I don't know. I'm going to get a cease and desist from Tucker Carlson for copyrighted content. Oh, shit.
They have been to America recently. They know what it looks like. Have you seen it? If you've got a few days this summer, find out. Take a road trip and see for yourself. Drive 500 miles in any direction and then come home. How are things looking? Well, they should look great. The federal government...
drive 500 miles in any direction and then come home. So you're telling me to waste a fuck ton of gas in the middle of summer?
Spent $6.5 trillion last year. That's more than any government has ever spent, ever. So at the very least, you would expect pristine public roads. Oh, no. That's not what you see when you drive around this country. There are potholes and Jersey barriers everywhere. Looks like Tegucigalpa before the Chinese decided to rebuild the infrastructure of Honduras. We don't have China buying our roads.
Not yet. No, not yet. But they are trying to buy factories in Wisconsin.
They're falling apart. You'd think the people you would pass on your road trip would look happy and prosperous. Again, this is a very rich country. But a lot of them don't. Quite a few appear to be strung out on drugs. You see them shuffling by shuttered storefronts in small towns. And you wonder, as you see all of this, where did all the money go? It's certainly not here.
It went to Ukraine and then back into, Biden's family pocket.
Well, it's in Washington. It's in Fairfax and Loudoun counties and in leafy, perfectly manicured Northwest D.C. And of course, a huge chunk of it went to Ukraine, to Zelensky and his friends. Not because you voted for that. You didn't vote to give it to them. You never would. But because Joe Biden and his many allies, from Chuck Schumer to Mitch McConnell to Paul Ryan and every single news anchor on all of television, all of them believe that Ukraine, its borders, its future, its infrastructure are all more important than the town that you live in. They sincerely think that, and it's obvious. Everyone in power thinks that.
Okay, this is again where I'm saying he's not part of the noise and the part of the system. Everything looks great from where I am. He must live in a crappy part of the country, says Toastmaster. Let me tell you, things don't look quite the picture he's painting. But I'll tell you around here, the roads are pretty shitty in a lot of places. That's a Minnesota thing. I'll tell you, the economy is not great. A lot of people I know financially not doing as awesome. Again, I won't agree that it's as dire as the picture he's painting. But then he's painting a swath pretty wide for the whole country. I'm willing to give him a little space on that. The fact that he's saying the problem is the people in power and it's both parties. And they are a combined entity and they are the quintessential problem for the American people. Someone saying that, I don't think is part of just that's if it's Alex Jones saying it, all right, fine. But it's Tucker Carlson saying it on Twitter to, again, millions of viewers. I can't imagine that being a thing. I do kind of want to finish this up. What are we looking at? We've got a minute and a half. All right, I'm going to finish this up, and then we're going to end the show. My daughter is apparently screaming to come see me, so I've got to put away some stuff and get ready for that. So we'll play this here and finish this up. Here we go.
Except for Donald Trump. Whatever else you say about him, Trump is the one guy with an actual shot at becoming president who dissents from Washington's long-standing pointless war agenda. And for that one fact, They are trying to take Trump out before you can vote for him. And that should upset you more than anything that's happened in American politics in your lifetime. Even if you don't plan to vote for Donald Trump, even if you would die before voting for Donald Trump, which is your right, and a lot of good people feel that way, even still, the destruction of our democracy, which is the right of voters to support any candidate they want, even candidates who don't want war with Russia, the destruction of that should keep you up at night.
Because that's your freedom.
Yes, Donald Trump is a flawed man, but his sins are minor compared to those of his persecutors.
And that's the other point I've been making all day. So I don't know, man. He's saying all the right things. I mean, call me an easy girl, but he's abetting me.
In this life, we don't get to choose our martyrs. We can only choose our principles, and America's are at stake.
Younger people say the news is full of lies. Kennedy's motorcade.
Alrighty. So there we go. That's his show, Tucker on Twitter. Like I said, I don't know why you have no volume. We've been over this repeatedly. I'm gonna have to pin a message next time. Twitch has been a problem. You have to watch. Oh, that's right. He can't hear me because, whatever. It doesn't matter. The show's over. We'll be back tomorrow, 2 to 5. I don't know if you're hearing this either. Whatever. 2 to 5 tomorrow. I'm gonna go hang out with my daughter. I've had a rough day, and the Twitch issues aren't helping. New show, Tucker on Just KC. You mean Just Kidding LLC? Yeah, I'd love to have Tucker on here. I'm sure he would totally come do a show for a guy that's like, hey, 30, 40 viewers. Hey, how about that? Yeah. All right. Anyways, thank you all for being part of the show and any way you supported it, little or a lot, sharing it, however. Thank you very, very much. Till next time, we've been Johnny. You've been an audience. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Oh, whoops, wrong screen.
Game over. What the fucking fuck? Who the fuck? Fuck this fucking. How did you do fucking?